We already met at the police station. I apologize. He must have thought I was very crude. Jax explained everything. God, I'm so sorry about your friend. Thank you.
Oh, fuck, no. No.
I'm sorry, I don't need to know that. I don't know why
Shit.
I said I'm just a little scattered. Well, I can imagine.
Okay, good. Thank you. All right. Whew. Good. Hey, everybody. What's happening?
Low flyers only.
Let's go! I'm doing excellent today. Hey, Rick, what's up?
Oh, nice reading. Okay, finally we are bouncing to 2011. Back then, there was a woman that would wander around Windermere back when it was abandoned because Nicholas already left, and no one knew who she was. We didn't know at this point in the clip that I'm about to show you, but she turned out to be Helena Cassadine's daughter. To be honest, I don't know if that was actually the game plan because in 2012, the beginning, that's when Ron Carlivati and Frank Galantini came in, and the story seemed to end abruptly. So I don't know if this story was supposed to be a lot bigger than it was. I was actually really enjoying it until it seemed to have a rushed ending. But it is what it is. Let's watch. This is when Ethan comes face to face with Helena's daughter, who I think was named Irene Cassadine.
Hello. Well, the good news is I'm not crazy. I mean, I've heard the sounds, I've seen the light, I felt that presence in the room. It was you, wasn't it? You're spying on me. Okay, I'm sorry, I'll start over. I'm Ethan. What's your name? Okay.
I wasn't really that focused on that verse. I'm going to be quite honest with you. I actually fell asleep. When it comes to like Timbaland and Swiss Beats, I like their production, but I'm not like a diehard fan of their production like that. And I kind of feel like them doing this whole hype, oh, we're gonna do what's it? We're gonna do like a rematch and some shit like that, and it turns out being them. I just feel like it's just gimmicky, you know. What is that word? It was just hyped up, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. And of course, they had to be on time for their versus battle too. No, Eric. I think that one's coming up next. I think the rematch. They really announced the rematch. I think like last week. Too hot. Nigga, I almost dropped my laptop today, yo. I was about to be like SOL. I was like, oh, hell no. I was like, I had to save that shit with all my might, all my strength. Yeah, y'all know I need my laptop. Y'all know I need my fucking shit. Y'all know I need my fucking shit. Christian, what's up, man? Yeah, everyone's on the way. It's gonna be a very good show tonight. I'm in a good ass mood. About to make some money. Gotta make some money. Gotta make some money.
Steve Goldsmith. It's a question of values.
Oh yeah.
It's a boy. Congratulations.
Y'all can discard that. Oh, by the way, rest in peace to Gavin McLeod. You guys should know him. If all my sitcom TV heads, he played Murray from the Mary Tyler Moore Show. He was on the Love Boat. He was a captain on the Love Boat. He was 90 years old and shit. Rest in peace to him. Rest in peace to BJ Thomas, by the way. Yeah, man. Yeah, Eric. I had to use my fucking strength to save my laptop. Yeah, I can ask Try with that when he comes. Hey, First Lady.
Hey, what's up?
Not much, just talking to myself or to the chat,
Mm.
Yeah, man. Had a crazy day today.
Oh yeah, what happened?
Well, my sister had a health scare. That's all I'm gonna say right now, but she's fine right now.
Oh, wow.
Then my cousin, that part I'm gonna DM you later.
Okay.
And you know what cousin I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. But that's why I just had to go to my mom just to clear my head and shit like that. I mean, I wasn't mad, nothing like that. I just had to let her know too. But thank God my sister's gonna be good because that shit almost scared the fuck out of me.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. What you do today?
Had to work.
Oh shit. What time you get off?
I got off at my shift ended at 8:30. Got off at 8:40. So.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm off tomorrow though.
Yeah, I'm off tomorrow too. I might just Uber in the morning and just probably find some cookouts or something tomorrow and shit. Yeah, I know my dad's gonna be sleeping like the whole day, so I'm not even trying to bother him.
Oh.
I mean, I'm gonna bother him unless needed, but not like some stupid ass shit.
Right.
Yeah, Q, like literally before I started the presentation, my laptop stand like literally slipped. I had to hold my laptop with both my hands just so I can get it because that shit was literally like 2 seconds away from dropping.
Mm.
And I would have been so fucking hurt. I would have done the Tyrese cry and shit. I was like, oh God, no.
Here she is.
Did you see the verses?
No, I didn't.
It was like I was watching clips and pieces. It was kind of boring.
Yeah, I kind of figured that's what it would be.
Timberland was doing that weird dancing and shit. I'm like, damn, he copied his dance moves from fucking Diddy now and shit. Yeah, I don't know what Try is doing. He's probably watching a game or something. Oh, rest in peace to the guy that voiced Sebastian.
Yeah, from the Little Mermaid.
Yeah, he died too. God damn.
Yeah, I haven't watched The Little Mermaid in so long. I can't remember the last time I watched it.
So I saw a little bit of the Rugrats reboot, and it was kind of weird.
Yeah, I know. Coogee sent me something earlier about the fact that they made Phil and Lil's mom gay.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like the whole time, like in the original, she's been married to Howard, and now since they brought it back, they gonna make her a lesbian.
It's yeah.
I
And
don't understand that.
That was not the point of her character and shit.
No, if you're gonna bring the show back, just do what was done originally. Why try to change it up now?
People are just so
I don't understand that. I even told Coogee I'm not gonna tune into that. I'll just watch the classic.
Yeah, to me, the adults' voices to me, they sound like kid voices. It's like
what?
Yeah, like I know because of the fact that the adults voice actors are younger than the original actors, the kids and stuff like that. But Chaz's voice is so irritating. Don't even get me started on the dude that plays the voice of Stu. I mean,
oh,
and Stu's like one of my favorite characters on that show.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I was kind of worried about. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, but it's like if you're gonna bring back such an incredible show as Rugrats was, why not do it justice and do it right? Because right now it sounds like it's going off on the wrong foot, and it's just like y'all making mistakes already, and a lot of people aren't going to be keeping it like that. I mean, I grew up watching it.
Right.
Like, what y'all trying to do? Trying to tarnish everything that it was built on?
It's trash.
Yeah, I would rather watch the original than the reboot any day.
Yeah, man. I tried to, because me and my sister were gonna watch it, but she had to go out of town, of course, and then the whole stuff that happened and stuff. But still, I'll probably give it one more chance just to see. But and first of all, I don't like this. I don't like CGI. I feel like CGI animation. I'm tired of CGI.
Even the way it looked when I saw like some bits and pieces of the previews for it, I'm like, why CGI? It just looks so weird. Oh yeah, the dude who voiced Stu, he passed away in 2016.
Yeah, Jack Riley, rest in peace to him.
Yeah.
Very dope actor too. And you know what's crazy? Like the character of Stu Pickles kind of had like a fan base of his own. Because now, like, since the internet, you know, blew up and shit like that, you know, a lot of people like fucking with Stu and shit. You know.
Yeah.
I remember that one episode when they were trying to like do like America's Funniest Home Videos parody or whatever, and it was Stu's birthday. This motherfucker Stu got so happy he fucking stepped on a roller skate, and I think him and Drew were trying to like find out which kid was funnier, and at the end, both of them niggas were in the fucking hospital. If anything, I wish they would have done like a spin-off based on the adults and shit. That would be funny as hell.
Yeah,
I would accept that. Like, give me a Stu and Drew spin-off and shit.
Oh yeah, and another thing too, the guy who voiced the grandpa, he passed away in 97, David Doyle.
Yeah, he was the first dude that voiced the grandpa too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I didn't really care for Rugrats post 98, because the fact that the original voice actor for Chucky left. One of the writers left at that time.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the dude that voiced the grandpa died. It was just like a lot of tempering, and you know, the couple who made Rugrats, they were divorcing at that time too. Yeah. They had like a lot of background tension because the female, I think the woman, I forgot which last name it was at the moment, but she didn't like the way how Angelica was portrayed, because they said that they didn't like how Angelica was too mean to the babies and stuff like that.
I mean,
so
known for being a spoiled brat who treated the babies bad. I mean,
yeah, but at the same time, I think the husband said that Angelica was based off a bully he knew when he was a kid.
Yeah. And
the way how Dee Dee always used to say lip shits this, lip shits that, it was pretty much making fun of like the female of the married couple and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there's actually a dope video. I'm gonna actually send it to you that actually explains it. I'm like, damn, Rugrats went through all this shit. Damn.
Okay.
But then SpongeBob came out, and then the rest is history.
Yeah.
Shit, that's why y'all should just leave shit alone. But I think Tommy Loki kind of gets on my nerves now. I don't know. He's always like a goody two shoes, always trying to take charge of everything. Like, ain't nobody. First of all, I ain't taking charge from nobody that can't afford no shoes. First of all, like, motherfucker puts a screwdriver up his dick and shit. Thinking he charged. Think he big man on campus. I remember one episode where they said Stu had to get a job. This nigga was like, "Why my daddy had to go get a job anyway?" And I said to myself, so you can probably afford some shoes on your feet, nigga. Damn, them parents never took care of them fucking kids and shit. That fucking dog, Spike. That fucking dog, Spike, took care of them fucking kids. I don't care what no one says. Yeah, what they do to Spike? Let him sleep outside and shit. What they do to Spike? Let him sleep outside and shit, nigga. Fuck that.
Mm.
Oh yeah, don't get me started on Hey Arnold. Yo, Rayshawn, you don't like Sid? Oh wow.
Yeah, it's for me. I there were moments where I did not like Sid, but then too, I also didn't like Curly. I mean, I'm sorry.
Boy, Curly was my nigga though. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. That episode where that nigga went crazy over some kickballs.
Yeah,
I'm
because
like,
he wanted to
and
be
then he was
the
right. He
kickball
was right
monitor.
too. He
Yeah,
said
he
what?
wanted to be the kickball monitor so bad.
Right.
I'm like, dang, it ain't that serious.
The nigga was right. He was passionate. That's one thing I liked about Curly. He was passionate about what he wanted. He's like,
Yeah,
I'm
but
mad as heck, I tell you.
yeah, because you know good and well they really couldn't cuss on the network.
Oh shit.
Oh,
But the character I did not like on that show, and I know he was there for like 2 seconds, was that fucking Iggy character.
oh right, yeah.
I don't care. I did not like. I would take Sid. I would take Oscar Kakashka over that motherfucker.
Mm.
Heck, I didn't like Lala all the time. I didn't like that fucking redhead Lala too.
You mean Lila?
Lila. Oh shit, I'm thinking about Pamela now.
Oh
Lala, Layla, Lala Anthony. Y'all want to talk?
Lord. Oh my God.
Oh, speaking of Lala Anthony, I think she's actually going to be in the show. Hold on.
You really don't like Lala Anthony?
I mean, I like Lala Anthony. I just don't feel like she's a good actress. I mean,
What
some
did you
stuff
think? What did you think of her when she was on Power?
laughable for the most part.
Oh my God.
Like there was some scenes that she was good at. Then there was other scenes that I don't know if it was the pacing or not. But she's gonna join that Wu-Tang American Saga show.
Oh wow.
I hate to say it, but the best acting she did on that show is when she was about to get killed off.
That's terrible.
I know.
Yeah, it is. That's terrible.
I know.
Mm.
I know. I'm bad. I know. What else? I really cannot wait for the new Power to come out, man. Can't wait for this new love.
What season 2 of Ghost?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what do you think of the other spinoff, the one when they're gonna have it centered around Kanan?
I'm ready for it. I'm ready for all this shit, man. Like that's what like I don't know what it is, but 50 Cent, the way he's doing this whole book shit, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm tired of all these love and hip hop. Give me like black dramas, black TV. Tired of reality TV and shit.
I haven't watched reality TV in so long. It ain't even funny.
Me neither. I don't blame you.
Yeah, because I used to watch Love and Hip Hop like all the time when I was at Central, but at some point I kind of stopped watching it. It was somewhere between in whatever season Love and Hip Hop Atlanta was on, and whatever Love and Hip Hop Hollywood was on. I think it had been either one or the other or both.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, American Dad was pretty cool.
I have not watched American Dad in so long. It ain't even funny.
Yeah, man. I actually like that more than Family Guy these days.
Yeah, I remember you were telling me like a lot of the latter seasons of Family Guy you just don't like.
It's disgusting, man. Like,
yeah, it got either too weird, too gross, or just flat out stupid.
and then when they killed off Brian and then Brian, I was like, okay, you know what, I'm done.
Yeah, because at first I was like, really?
And they
But then they ended up bringing them back. I mean,
they just did that for ratings.
mm.
Ranked the first 4 MOP albums. Number 1, Firing Squad. Number 2, probably First Family for Life. Number 3, To the Death. And number 4, Warriors.
You heard back from Troy?
Not yet. I'm gonna call him. Hold on.
All right.
Yeah, I think they say he's watching the game or some shit. Cause he knows the playoffs and shit.
All right.
Yeah, we live. You see it? Hold on, back. All right. Yeah, he's coming.
Okay.
Yeah, South Park. Yeah, man, that show's way funnier. Hey, give me Rick and Morty.
Yeah, I'll watch Rick and Morty too.
Remember that one show, Mr. Pickles?
I never got into that. I'm sorry.
You good?
Yeah, I didn't care for that. I didn't care too much for Squidbillies.
I didn't like Squidbillies either.
Yeah. What was another show that they used to have on Adult Swim? Metalocalypse.
I saw a little bit of that. That's like one of them late night Adult Swim shows and shit.
Yeah, it's the one like with that rock band, and I don't know. I did not like that one either. Aqua Teen Hunger Force, I love that.
I love that one, but they had some very tripped out scenes once in a while.
Oh yeah, they did.
Like I hated falling asleep to Family Guy, and I wake up and I see some weird shit on my TV. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I hated that too because I remember I would wake up like, I don't know, whatever time late at night and be wondering like, what is this? I don't know what this is.
My motherfuckers had so guts hanging out and shit like that. Like,
yeah. Yeah. I know what you're talking about too, but I forgot what that show was though. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And then the fucking fast food motherfucker, they just be standing there all lifeless. That little meatball, I forgot his name. That was a funny character, little meatball motherfucker. Meatwad, that's his name. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Shake kind of got on my nerves at times. he was low key a douchebag.
They're always some assholes, especially that white motherfucker too.
Oh, Carl. It was Carl and Shake. Fry like wasn't as bad, but he had some moments.
I remember this one show. It wasn't originally on Adult Swim, but the motherfucking Oblogs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Fucking home movies. Niggas don't talk shit about home movies and shit.
Yeah.
Niggas don't know shit about home movies. That used to be my fucking shit. That little coach motherfucker with the orange hair. Oh man. They used to be like 4 o'clock in the morning Adult Swim, man.
Oh yeah, they used to have that on there. Do you remember China, Illinois?
Who?
China, Illinois, that show.
I heard about it. I never got into it.
Yeah, it was about these group of people working at some college in Illinois, a very terrible college at that.
Oh, okay. Now it's coming down.
Yeah.
Wasn't like one of the characters had like some big breasts or some shit like that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, I know that other show that you were referring to as well, Super Jail.
Yeah, that was, yep.
That was the one where you saw like people having their guts ripped out and all that crazy stuff.
Yeah, it was Aqua Teen Hunger Force where they had a guts ripped out, but yeah, Super Jail was another one I cannot really get into.
Yeah, I did not like Super Jail either.
What up?
Hey, bro.
What's good?
They try.
What's up?
Christian will ask you a question. Actually, he said, I think he said something like Funkmaster Flex album or DJ Clue's album.
DJ Clue.
Gotcha.
Well, that same question was for me.
Oh no, you just said try.
What up?
Yeah, Ronnie. Recess. Love that shit.
Yeah, me too. Recess was my show.
Alright. So y'all ready?
That's good. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, what's up, YouTube? How's everyone doing this lovely Sunday? It's your boy Reg in the building. Got my homeboy Ash, my homegirl Ash with me. Got my homeboy Trial with me.
Oh.
And it's gonna be a good show. And today's surprise review that we've been hiding forever. Yeah. You guys asked for it. Y'all said, when are you gonna do everybody? When are you gonna do every little step? When are you gonna do every little step? When are you gonna do Don't Be Cruel? Yep, we're gonna do that one today. Finally, we'll talk about Bobby Brown's legendary Don't Be Cruel album. This came out in 1988 on MCA Records. Pretty much almost all the songs on this album are single, like Don't Be Cruel, My Prerogative, Only, Locketshire, Every Little Step, of course.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Bobby Brown, like he was the main nigga on that at that time and shit like that. This came out 2 years after he did the King of Stage album, which we're gonna have to talk about that one too. But at the same time, we can come back to that one.
What's good, Alec?
And I know we talked about the Forever album,
Yeah.
which I told myself I really was not want to talk about that album as the first time we talked about Bobby, but you guys voted that for some reason.
Mm.
Yeah. So after the King of Stage album, Bobby Brown, he really wanted to change up his steez. He was pretty much influenced by Janet Jackson, what Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis did for Control for Janet. He wanted to get rid of that bubblegum image, that girlfriend image and shit like that. So that's when he hooked up with Babyface and L.A. Reid, who at that time, they were really getting their little street, because I think at that time they had left the deal and shit, and they pretty much reshaped the sound. He also worked with like Lou Silas Jr. as the executive producer and shit like that. Jen Griffin, Gordon Jones, and Larry White. Also Teddy Riley did some writing on this album too. Also had Daryl Simmons do some writing too, Aaron Hall. So yeah, man. And so this album, what was interesting about this album was the fact that people looked at him like he was the next Michael Jackson when it came to this shit right here. You know what I'm saying? So, and speaking of Michael Jackson, a little trivia, this is actually the best-selling New Jack Swing album before Dangerous too. So that's just how big the album was and stuff too. So yeah, look at that fucking classic album cover. Him in that fucking blazer, high top fade. Yeah, just the fucking fine. Yeah. I like the back cover for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, man. So I know they recently re-released this album too on Spotify. And what's interesting about the Spotify one is the fact that they added the On Our Own track to the Ghostbusters 2 soundtrack.
Yeah.
They had certain remixes. Yeah, man. All right. So 11 tracks. Well, technically 9 tracks, but yeah. Track number 1 is the Cruel Prelude, which is pretty much like just setting the whole stage for the whole album. Just like how that shit goes and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was dope. Great way to start the album off.
There ain't really much to go on about the Don't Be Cruel prelude. Just pretty much is a build up into of course, the title track.
Oh yeah, and
Hmm.
what a title track that was.
Yep.
Don't be cool. Oh man, one of my favorite Bobby songs. Love the video for that song too. Definitely had that like nighttime feel to it and shit. Um, Pretty much what I got from that track was the fact that just pretty much like him playing hard to get in a way and shit like that, and of course with girls saying, "Oh, you just a bad boy, fuck you" and shit like that. So yeah, that's pretty much what I got from that track. L.A. Reid and Babyface, they did that thing on that beat right there. So yeah, man, very very dope track.
Classic track, the production, the song, the chorus, everything about it was great. I think he was wearing the same suit in the video that like he was on the album cover. If I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. A great song, man. Like if you don't know this song, I don't know what to tell you. Like this is a classic.
Mm. Yeah, Don't Be Cruel definitely was a great way for Bobby to, I guess, make a comeback from the King of Stage album, and for it to be the title track and for it to be produced by LA and Babyface. They definitely did their thing on the production. I couldn't imagine him doing it with any other producers other than them.
Right.
I don't know if they knew they were going to get a guaranteed hit, but they definitely did with this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have yet to see the video, but I'll just say that Don't Be Cruel is definitely one of Bobby's songs that's unforgettable. And for anyone who's never heard of it or watched the video or even listened to this album, check it out.
Yeah, man. Like the video low key kind of reminds me of The Way You Make Me Feel by MJ a little bit too. So now my prerogative.
Hmm.
Okay, so pretty much he's not credited, but this is pretty much Teddy Riley's beat. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I think they put him as uncredited because at that time, like he was still coming out at that time too. But yeah, um, in my opinion, this is like his signature song. In my opinion, this was nominated for a Grammy Award and shit like that. Love that beat, love the synthesizers, those horns. I mean, everyone knows that track and whatnot. And the reason why he wrote this track because he wanted like an aggressive, strong song and whatnot too. So he pretty much wrote this, after the reaction he got from leaving New Edition. And when it comes to like my prerogative, it's just another word for saying my business, my steez. You know how that shit goes. So yeah, man. Very, very, very dope joint right here.
They say I'm crazy. I really don't care. I love that. That it was Bobby Brown's coming out party. Like that song alone. Forget that even the first album. Like this song is what made him who he is now. And the beat for that and that is all New Jack Swing. That's all Teddy Riley, and he gets all the credit for that. And you know the production, the song. Like I said, like the songs and classic timeless music. I'm also seeing on this album that Aaron Hall did background vocals,
Yeah, he did.
and Markel Riley. That's Markel was part of Rex and Effect. He did like the drum programming
Yep.
for like some of a lot of the songs. So you have like a whole the whole like guy is featured on here. You know what I'm saying? And this is a timeless song, man. Like I love it. Yeah, never get tired of hearing it. The video was dope, and yeah, this is great.
Yeah, My Prerogative definitely another signature song of Bobby's. Definitely unforgettable and timeless. I'm I'm actually glad that Teddy Riley did work on this song. But Bobby did end up mentioning Teddy somewhere toward the end of the track, so it's
Right.
that way to give him a little props to him for that. And yeah, I'm not sure if y'all knew this, but I know Britney Spears did a cover of this.
Oh God.
I
Why?
forgot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Try. I was about to say that same thing.
God.
Why?
Yeah. I mean,
I
I don't.
heard her rendition of it, and I did not like it.
Yeah, that was just at the time when a lot of '80s songs was getting rehashed and stuff like that. I mean, I have nothing against Britney Spears, but that was not the right song for her.
No, 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 not at all.
Wow, 12 people watching. Okay. All
Okay.
right. So my favorite song on the album next, Roni. This is classic Babyface.
Yep.
Um, they said he borrowed this line, of course, from the Michael Jackson song. Well, Roni kind of had a long history and stuff like that. A lot of people think they heard it first on the MJ song PYT, but it goes all the way back to like 1975 when the OJ's had a song called She's Only a Woman and shit. So this song right here is definitely a sensual jam right here. Probably my favorite Bobby Brown song, maybe next to Humping Around. Um, yeah, man, classic shit. You know what I'm saying? I love the line where he says, "The truth about her, Roni, she's a sweet old girl, about the sweetest little girl in the whole wide world. She'll make the toughest homeboy fall deep in love." Like, y'all know I'm coming with that and shit like that. And you know, I love when he used to perform this shit live, cause nigga will get so fucking nasty and raw on that fucking shit. Like, as evidence in that fucking Bobby Brown movie. I think he really did get arrested
Yeah.
performing the song, and he was pumping. I think this was the song he did perform, right?
That was in Atlanta. You got
Yeah. Okay. Got you. So, yeah, man, very, very dope track. I mean, yeah, this is a New Jack Swing classic.
classic ballad. And back then that was like the term you would call a woman, like that was like your boo, your tenderoni. You know what I'm saying? And again, like a timeless record. Bobby killed it. The women loved it. And that's everything that you want in a ballad. Somebody that had that sex appeal and they could sing their ass off, and the women love it, and it was an instant classic.
Yeah, Ronnie is definitely a signature ballad of Bobby's. Of course, I'm aware of his live performance and how raunchy it was, and the fact that he ended up getting arrested for it.
Right.
I'm aware of that. But then too, the song is kind of like a little sentimental, sweet in a way, because yeah, you see Bobby known as the bad boy of R&B, but he kind of gets women to see his somewhat of a softer side with this song.
Exactly. And I feel like Babyface really brought that out of him and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think originally he didn't even want to work with Babyface and L.A. Reid originally because I don't know. I don't know why though, but I think
Remember, he was gonna work with was it G Rap or Lost Professor on this album?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
Matter of fact, there's actually an unreleased album with Lost Professor and Bobby Brown and shit too. So shit.
You
Release.
said there's an unreleased album
Yeah.
on YouTube.
No, it's not on YouTube. He was talking about that. I think it was like 24/7 hip hop or some shit like that.
Oh, so he only has the tapes of that.
Yeah.
Oh wow. They need to release that.
Exactly. All right. Rock with you. Boy, Babyface was on the road with this fucking album. I mean, damn, Rock with you. This was a very, very sexual song. The music video is pretty infamous too. But with the music video, they use like the Quiet Storm remix, which that version, the video version, of course, I kind of liked more than the album version. I'm gonna be honest with y'all and stuff like that. And the Rock with You remix, I mean, the Rock with You song in general was just very dope and stuff like that too. Damn, I had to take out the remix album too. Matter of fact, so
Right.
yeah, very very dope shit. Give me one second.
Classic ballad, classic Babyface. You know, he was in his bag early at this point. You know, I love the song. Everything about it. Again, like another classic ballad, like Lonely was, and you know, back to back ballads on here, and it was everything. You know, great singing by Bobby, and you know, he showed his versatility. Like he can do New Jack Swing, the fast joints. He could do the ballads, the mid tempo tracks. Everything about it is great.
Yeah, Rock with You definitely is another ballad that I'm pretty sure all his fans know to this day, and definitely very sensual. And I also know Bobby Valentino did a cover version of this song for anyone who didn't know.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but thanks. Nah, I feel you.
Yeah.
Hmm. All
Yeah,
right,
Rock With You ain't bad. It's not a bad track, and definitely another timeless hit of his.
got you. But yeah, this is actually the remix album.
I had that on
Oh wow.
cassette, but I never bought it on vinyl or CD.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Better than the other remix album from '93
Yeah,
Hmm.
because they had remixes of some songs from
Bobby.
King of State. I'm talking about King.
No,
But yeah,
I was talking about the other remix album had like some songs from the Bobby album too.
yeah, it was just way too much. It was just those fucking rappers that ruined it for me. His
Yeah,
home, he let his homeboys
yeah.
rap and shit.
I didn't like that. What was
Um,
it? The B Brown Posse? God,
yeah, we gotta talk about the Bobby album one day. So
Yeah.
yes.
yeah, man. It's also has the other own shit there too. The Girl Next Door remix.
Right.
Um, I think Molly Mall did some work in the Girl Next Door remix too. So
Yeah.
Hmm.
yeah, collector's item too. So all my new edition fans, you know.
For sure.
All right, now every little step. The song is kind of like a controversial song now because they said that Ralph Tresvant actually did the majority of the singing on this track.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
It don't sound like him.
Yeah, it don't sound like him on this song.
well, I think they had to like Bobby had to overdub some of Ralph's singing or whatever.
Hmm.
But yeah, I was reading some. They said it was like mostly Ralph, and it was actually his manager, the former manager Stephen Machette. He
Hmm.
said that like Ralph Tresvant did some additional vocals on like the song in like the Don't Be Cool album in particular, this song in general.
Hmm.
And so because Bobby was like he was high on drugs and shit,
Yeah.
so pretty much if you and then the remix, we guys like you see the video version, and I don't know if it was just me, but the video version they made his voice like a lot more deeper. I think because I don't know if it was just me because y'all know that he did the whole rap on that version too. So, but like like I think the higher part where he's like I can't think at night, I toss and turn. I don't know if it was just me, but it does. I don't know. I don't know. It's just something to think about.
Cameron Wright is credited also as a background singer. I don't see Ralph Tresvant in the credits at all. I don't believe that either, BJ, because it don't
Yeah.
Ralph. You could tell Ralph's voice on Bobby's
Yeah.
voice. I've seen these niggas in concert. They don't sound alike.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. And also another interesting thing too was the fact that L.A. Reid, he actually wrote this song about Pebbles and stuff like that too. So he was
Mm.
inspired by his relationship with Pebbles, and he wanted to give this song to Midnight Star.
Oh wow.
Yeah, a very underrated R&B group in my opinion. So yeah, very interesting. I love the song too. The video was dope. You know, the Gumby hairstyle, of course, we all know that was a mistake
Yeah.
and shit.
That was a
So
mistake.
yeah, they released it on the movie, and Bobby said it was actually true.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Man, what the hell you do?
You be mad too.
I forgot about
But
that.
look at that hairstyle now and shit.
That was an iconic hairstyle back in the '90s, man.
Yeah.
You know, and the whole video is iconic. Like him just dancing with the dances with the white background and
Hmm.
the black lettering and all that, and he had like the Gumby hairstyle and the bicycle shorts and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like I love the song. Like the song is great. Um, everything about it is classic. Again, like it's one of those songs that when it come on, I don't get tired of hearing it. And yeah, it was Babyface, LA and Babyface did their thing.
Right.
Every Little
Yeah,
Step
I
is
don't
my
believe.
favorite song off this album. Yeah, the video is iconic. Of course, him dancing and just everything about it is just unforgettable. You really can't forget the gear, the Gumby haircut. I mean, you just can't. Everything about it, from the chorus to the the instrumental beat being used and production and everything is just perfect. But honestly, I could not imagine Midnight Star having this song. I just couldn't.
Mm-mm. I don't think it'll be a big hit for them.
No, 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 no.
Yeah, and I fuck with Midnight Star too, man.
Yeah,
They had like a very particular sound
yeah.
Right.
too, but yeah. Next track, "I'll Be Good to You." This is another uncredited Teddy Riley track, which it does like. Even when I listened to it beforehand, I've always felt like it had like a guy feel to it. Of course,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, okay, yeah, and I don't know. This probably I feel like this should have been on Guy's album.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably my least favorite track on this album, but it's not a bad track in general. I felt like with the latter tracks, they were trying to show Bobby's more romantic side, which I have a lot of things to talk about with that one. So that's one thing I have to say.
I think I could hear God. I could hear Aaron Hall sing this lead. I think it would have fit perfectly on God first album. But I still like it, that whole powerhouse of Teddy Riley and Bobby. I think it was perfect. So I think it's a good song.
I'll be good to you, I'll admit. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. But then, too, I also agree that the song would have fit more on a guy album. I could see them doing something with it and having like a video for it. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I definitely see you about that. Definitely.
Mhm.
Um, oh, Cruiser, that's his favorite song on the album. Okay.
Nice.
Oh, okay, cool.
Next track, "Take It Slow." I have a lot of things to say about this track in general.
Mm.
Is it me, or does this song kind of sound like Whitney Houston "Saving All My Love for You"?
Hey, he was gonna date her later on, right? So
Right.
Right. Like
I guess
the
this was
way,
kind of like a precursor
right,
for their
he
relationship.
had Whitney in mind for this song. Like I'm gonna get her.
like listen to the way Bobby was singing it. "I can't wait for the moment to kiss your tender lips, but you told me we should take it slow." And then how Whitney was singing is like that, like it was just
Yeah, yeah,
outro.
yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
The whole
It's kind of
cadence.
similar now that you mention it and
Yeah.
me noticing it.
right. And I pulled up some lyrics. I don't want to make this like a Whitney and Bobby thing. I really did
It's
not
too
want to make.
late. You mentioned her, so
Well,
yeah, we're going
well,
there.
okay, because pretty much I don't know if it was like an answer to this, because some of the lyrics were just like,
You think it was an answer for saving all my love for you?
mm, mm, maybe,
They was flirting early in
maybe.
song.
Right.
He was flirting with her.
I mean, and it's the way the chorus too, like
Mm-hmm.
"Take it slow, you and me, baby." And it's just like I don't know. I was just like I like the song too, but it was just a weird. I don't know if it was just me though, but it was just some vibe I picked up from it.
Ronnie said the album came out the same day as Any Heartbreak.
It did.
Which album sold more?
Don't be cruel.
I think both of them are classic. So
Yeah, didn't they both sell a whole lot of
yeah,
records?
yep,
It was messy as hell putting them on tour together. That was messy as
Oh, I bet it
yeah.
was.
That shouldn't have happened.
and with Al B shirt too, the
Oh
quintessential like
yeah.
And Guy,
Mm.
I was like, whoever organized that tour, I'm sorry, y'all messy as fuck for that. Y'all just want
I think it was MCA Records
MCA,
that did
yeah,
that.
their label. They were making
Yeah,
them
it was the
money
label.
doing that.
I never heard you ain't never seen David Ruffin touring with the Temptations after he left.
No,
When
no,
You ain't
no.
never
Could you
seen
imagine that?
right. Because David Ruffin was bum rushing all their fucking performances and shit.
Yeah.
when the group takes a hiatus, BBD, they were on MCA Records, so they kept all
Mhm.
the money in house. You
And
know, Ralph Tresvant, his
they weren't
solo
giving them
album,
shit either.
MCA. Huh?
They weren't giving them shit either.
That's true. Well, they kept all the artists on one label, except for Johnny. Johnny was on a different label, but Ralph
Yeah.
was on MCA, so
Yeah.
And that's why Johnny was small when it came to that
right.
shit.
Mhm.
He's like, y'all ain't fucking with my money.
Right.
Yeah. Again, it's a good song. It does kind of sound like Whitney's song. Maybe he was doing some flirting in his music with Whitney. When we look back at it now, but I think it was good.
Mm. Even though "Take It Slow" is like my least favorite song off the album, I kind of feel like it did have some similarities for Whitney Houston "Saving All My Love for You" in a sense, because I guess the way he was singing it and like the way she was singing "Saving All My Love" is just a little eerie. But then too, I feel like it was a precursor to what their relationship would eventually become.
Right. Very interesting track indeed. Alright. Yeah, with Cool, we already said both are classics though.
Yes,
Yeah.
you can't go out. You can't go wrong with either one. So
Right.
Mm-mm.
Alright, now we're gonna get into All Day All Night. This was a pretty good song too. Um it's like pretty much like a mid-tempo sex track. That's the way I see it. Yeah, nothing too much.
it was cool though. It was. I like it. You know, I feel like any one of these songs could have been a single. So even
Yeah.
like some of the songs that are like lesser known, like this song, I think it still could have been a single film. So I thought it was good.
Yeah, all day, all night. It wasn't a bad track. Kind of feel like it was just one of those sensual songs, get you in the mood. So, but yeah, like what Try was saying, like almost every song could have been a single if they wanted it to be that way. But hey, it's not a bad song.
Exactly. And the last official track is I Really Love You Girl.
Mm.
Um again, we another good track. Like I said, I just felt like the last couple of tracks they really try to show his like romantic side and stuff like that. I mean, it's again pretty solid, but not a bad track.
I think you needed that. I think you needed to see to showcase his vocals and he was like the bad boy of New Edition and the bad boy with the heart. You know what I'm saying, that you can still be respectful and have taste when it comes to like the ballad song. So I thought it was good.
Yeah, I really love you, girl. Pretty much, I feel like it was a good way to end off the album. Pretty much, but yeah, it does get you to see another side of Bobby. I mean, we got the upbeat stuff from "Don't Be Cruel" to My Prerogative, and then you get to the latter half of the album where you hear like the romantic stuff, and just the fact that this song pretty much just it's just him professing his love for a female. It definitely is a good way for listeners to get to see a different side of Bobby. You know.
Right. And I'm not really gonna talk about the cruel reprisal. I'm gonna skip over
No,
that.
no, no, no.
All right. So is that like a nice surprise, everybody? Yeah. Very classic album indeed. To me, I feel like this is one of the albums when New Jack Swing really came into its own.
Hmm.
I feel like it was a good idea for Bobby to have like some R&B's rising star on this album. Pretty much, um, it's pretty much like a seminal album. I feel like at first when I was growing up, I've always thought that Bobby was his best album, and I still like that album.
Yeah.
But to me, I gotta believe this is his perfect album. This was his thriller. Like this is probably the only album in discography I would put it up with like the Purple Rain, the Whitney Houston stuff titles, just those seminal albums and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, this album, like I said, they re-released it. It's still in print. Must have your attention.
Classic album. Still his best one. I love Bobby. That's a great album, but this is what made him a star, like solo wise to me. So the production was great. Teddy Riley and L.A. and Babyface, and you know, just the different singing. The different ballads. Tenderoni and Rock with You and My Prerogative and Don't Be Cruel. Like every little step. Those are like my favorites. So I find my classic.
Yeah, definitely. Don't Be Cruel is definitely Bobby's big break. I feel from coming off his first album, King of Stage. Don't Be Cruel definitely has a lot of memorable songs on here. Besides the self-titled track, you got Every Little Step, My Prerogative, Roni, Rock With You. Phenomenal production with Teddy Riley, Babyface, and L.A. Reid. Definitely, definitely an all-around five mic classic. Definitely something that people will always remember him for. I mean, hey, I love this album and the Bobby album overall in his discography. I definitely encourage anyone who wants to hear Bobby's solo stuff, definitely get this one.
Most definitely. Okay, it's time for show and tell.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so oh shit, what's up, Kuji?
Hey, Coogee.
Fuji was good.
It's good. BJ, Eric, y'all can come on. Let me know if you want me to resend you the link. All right, this might be my most weirdest and my most heaviest collection. I think the most albums I've ever had.
Mm.
And the crazy thing, I still got some more on the way too. That's the crazy thing. So yeah. So you know how we do just show two albums and shit like that and go on to the next person. All right, Eric's on the way. All right. Let's start with my first one. Oh, okay. It's DJ Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince,
Nice.
Code Red.
Hmm.
This is the 1993 album, and this is the final album that they done together. Very dope album. I don't hear a lot of people talk about this album. I don't know why. I think it's because they looked at the album cover, they thought Will was trying to be a gangster, but so yeah, this was like I said, this was the fifth and final studio album that they've done together. They came out with 4 singles: Boom, Shake the Room, I'm Looking for the One to Be With Me, I Wanna Rock, and Can't Wait to Be With You. Very, very dope album, man. Like I said, I feel like Home Base and Code Red were like the most mature album. Very consistent. I love the song Twinkle Twinkle, I'm Not a Star, where he's talking about like, at that time, he was big with Fresh Prince and people look at him like he's a superstar, but he has 10 people that he's still the same cat from Philly. Yeah, man, definitely gonna expect a review on this very soon. I'm thinking like July. I might do like a Jive Records thing, but stay tuned on that. So yeah, this is a dope album. Very dope album. I think this one and He's DJ, my favorite albums from me. Oh, it's out of time.
Yes.
All right. All right. And when I say I have some weird albums, I have some weird albums on my collection. Yeah.
I already know he got that one because he screenshot
Is that the soundtrack?
This whole
Yeah.
soundtrack.
Who's on that?
Yep.
This is Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. One of the greatest movies in my opinion. It's not a Christmas movie. It's not just a Christmas movie. It's a Halloween movie.
Yeah.
I mean, damn, man. Like, Eric's here. Yeah, man. For those who don't know about this movie, what's up, Eric?
What's good?
For those
how
who
you
don't
doing?
know,
What's that you got there, sir?
you said what?
I was saying, what
said
that
what?
you got there in your head?
You said what made me get this?
Yeah.
I mean, I love the movie. I mean, the soundtrack is like very jazzy, but it has like a very classical feel to it. I was just like, yo, fuck it. I got this shit just to see what y'all reactions and shit too. And plus the movie's one of my favorite Disney movies ever. So yeah, Nightmare Before Christmas.
You want me to go next?
Yeah, you can go next.
All right, I got 1994 Smith and Wesson, The Shining, classic album. Thanks again, Red, for this. I think it's their best album still. When you got joints like Soundboy Burial and Bucktown and Let's Get It On, Recognize, classic production from the Beat Miners. Yeah, it's Farmite classic. Definitely enjoyed this one. I only got like 3, so I only got like 4, so I'm gonna just pass it over to Ashley and Eric, and they can do their own big joints.
All right, cool.
What up, BJ? What's good?
What's good, BJ?
Hey, BJ. Okay. The first one I got is definitely one album that we definitely need to talk about one day, and that is Boyz II Men's 2 album.
Ooh,
I love that album.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so far this is the only Boyz II Men album I have. I know my mom has Cooley Eye Harmony, this one, Evolution, and Throwback, if I'm not mistaken. I know she got another album as well, but I just can't think of the name of it. But those are the only Boyz II Men albums that she has. Oh, she even has their Christmas album.
Yeah, that was good too.
Very good.
Yeah. Next one, pretty much I guess you could consider it like a soundtrack to this documentary that I watched numerous times on Showtime Network. Pretty much the Hitsville, the Making of Motown documentary had I guess a soundtrack, so to speak.
Okay.
Yeah. Definitely a lot of notable hits from a lot of biggest groups and artists on Motown, such as the Supremes, Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, the Miracles, the Temptations, the Marvelettes, the Jackson 5, Four Tops. I mean, I can go on and on with this.
All right. Eric had to change his headphones right quick, so I'm gonna pass it on to BJ.
Okay.
Switch.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
Love that.
This is Switch 2. I need to get the first one. But songs that we know, such as All in All Girl, I Call Your Name, You're the One for Me. A lot of hits on this classic on here. We doing one at a time, Reg? Or
Two.
two? Okay. And then this one I picked up too.
Isley Brothers, one of their best.
I love that.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Sir, dope picks, BJ.
Thanks, man.
It's on you, Eric.
All right, we're going with a female artist that I really like. She was on the Motown label back in the day. Her discography is very good. Some of her albums are very underrated. We're going with the late great Tina Marie with her 1980s album, Lady T, released in 1980.
Nice.
Classic.
Oh, wait, I know that. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, camera and stuff. I just do it like this so y'all can see it.
Great album.
All right, I see you.
Great album. I
What's
love
some of
it.
your favorite tracks off the album?
Yo, I don't even play this album. Yo, I think I played it like one time when we did the album review on Reddit channel. I know. Behind the Groove was dope. I like that one. And,
Okay, you got to play it, man. It's really good.
Yeah.
Young Love, man.
Yeah, Young Love was good too.
I like Aladdin's Lamp. It's like taking you on a journey.
Yes. You can show one more, bro. Do two at a time.
All right. All right, this artist, I've been trying to find her debut album. Well, not her debut album, but this album that she put out in '81. It is very rare and it's very hard to find. And we're going with Evelyn Champagne King with her 1981 album, I'm in Love.
Yes.
It was supposed to be the Japanese version, but it didn't come with like the OBI script. I'm kind of mad about it, but beggars can't be choosers. I got it for a really good price because, you know, like when you go on like certain websites like Discogs and eBay and stuff, you're gonna be paying crazy prices for like old albums and stuff. It just depends on the artist.
I got the 12-inch.
Ooh.
For this song.
Let me tell you a crazy story about getting this album, right?
Nice.
It took me like 3 times to get this album, like the vinyl version. Like the first time I tried to get it, like the first song, I'm in Love kept constantly skipping, and I hate that when you get like new albums and you just like skip on your record player. It's like it really be pissing me off. So like the third try that I got the album, like it wasn't really giving me no troubles and stuff. Cause some of her albums are very hard to get for like a good price and stuff. I'm lucky to have like I got her first 7 albums that she put out from like either 79 through like almost to like 80, 88.
That's crazy.
That's wild, man.
Shoot, that's how niggas be sometimes. Alright. So my next album, we're taking against an EP. It's the Beating Us with Intoxicated Demons. This was released in 1993. Relativity. To be quite honest, I'm not like the biggest Beating Us fan like that, but I always like this album and the Stone Crazy album and shit. This was known for songs like one on Psycho Dwarf. You know, songs like fucking Rain on Attack and shit, fucking World Famous. I just loved how dirty their beats was like in the early 90s and shit like that. Must have in your collection if y'all can find it. Yeah, man, it's Beating Us, Intoxicated Demons. Alright.
Brother Be Nuts.
Yeah.
Underrated.
And
It was on Violator, right, John?
Huh?
It was on Violator, right?
Yeah. They were on Loud, but they were managed by Violator.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right. So I got some more weird shit for y'all. I don't think y'all are ready for this one.
Shaq, okay.
Yeah.
That didn't surprise me as much as that soundtrack did, though.
Okay, so you're not surprised by the Shaq, but you're
Nope,
surprised by the
nope.
soundtrack.
I had the Shaq Diesel and I got rid of it because I didn't like it.
It's the
Yeah.
one Biggie's on.
Nah, that was You Can't Stop the Rain.
Oh, okay.
That joint. That I liked like maybe 3 songs from Shaq Diesel, but I didn't like the whole album though.
Yeah. So
I'm going to review that. Try.
You need to. I don't know.
I was planning on a discography breakdown later on this year, though, but stay tuned on that.
For Shaq. Well,
Yeah, because I'm not going to review a whole Shaq album. I just want to get it all over with.
Wow.
But yeah,
he don't deserve no discography breakdown, Shaq.
Well,
Shaq. Oh my god.
I'm gonna be real. Let me explain. All right, so once upon a time, Shaq wanted to be a rapper, and
so did Allen Iverson.
Look at me.
Oh man.
But see, let me tell y'all something. Y'all might laugh at Shaq, but he rapped and he still was some of the best, and he held his own. From Biggie to RZA to you said what?
He was okay.
I said he held his own. I didn't say he was good.
Kobe Bryant. Look, I love Kobe, but he could not rap.
Nah.
Let's not go there with Kobe.
This is the only basketball player that can rap, that I can have discography and shit like that. The only basketball player.
What about Dame? What do you think about Dame Dollar?
I'm good on that. This was known for singles like "I Know I Got Skills," "I'm Outstanding," and "Shoot Past Slim." And yeah, man, it was a weird album because he was making his own sound effects and shit like that, like all that weird shit. I mean, to me, I prefer the Shaq Fu and the "You Can't Stop the Rain" and whatnot. But this one, that's decent. You know what I'm saying? This is, of course, out of print, so.
Of course.
Oh my god.
You know what's funny? I can't believe he got Biggie on that to do a song. That's what's funny.
That song was iconic, man. I'm telling you.
He had the money.
That's
That's what it was. He had the money to get anybody for his
Yeah,
album.
that's true.
So,
Yeah.
you know, you throw Biggie like 50 G's, he gonna do the song. Yeah.
Y'all make it.
Oh god.
Discography breakdown. How many people you think gonna watch that, Reg?
You said what?
How many people you think gonna watch that discography breakdown of Shaq?
Hey. I mean, it's the closest thing to a sports video I'll do to my channel. So, you know, niggas love basketball and shit. So, fuck it. And besides, who else would do a Shaq breakdown? Who else?
Only you. That is true.
Only me.
I guess I have to be like the part that talks about the basketball when it comes to Shaq.
You said what?
I guess I'll talk about the basketball part for Shaq.
I mean, I can talk about the basketball too.
Oh, okay.
I know a little bit about his stats and shit. So yeah.
Right. That's dope.
Man.
Okay. Oh. All right. I got we discussed this album earlier this year. For this lady that retired, Anita Baker, first album. Rapture, great album from '86. I love Sweet Love, of course, and Caught Up in the Rapture. You know, No One in the World, Same Old Love. Definitely a classic album. Yeah, I love it. I'm about to say Ray Sean. BJ and Eric, you could go next, or Ashley.
All right.
Oh, Ash.
Okay. And one album I got. It's a soundtrack to a movie I've seen plenty of times. And this movie came out during the early 2000s. I have the Save the Last Dance soundtrack.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. It has artists such as Lucy Pearl featuring Snoop and Q-Tip, Casey and JoJo, Pink, Donnell Jones, Kavon Edmonds, which is Babyface's brother, also a member from After 7. 112, Ice Cube, Montel Jordan, Fredro Starr, and Jill Scott. They're featured on this soundtrack. And another one, shout out to Reg for getting me this sometime this week. I got Alicia Keys' first album, Songs in A minor. Thanks for me.
I love that album.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I remember when this album came out, I was just a kid. And I know a lot of her songs were played a lot as well as the videos for it. Fallen, A Woman's Worth, you know. She even did a rendition of Brian McKnight's song Never Felt This Way. But yeah, Alicia Keys, Songs in A minor.
Alright, so
For me? Oh, Reg is frozen.
Yes, BJ, and then
Yeah, he was.
Okay. This album came out around the time the album y'all just reviewed. Some of y'all saw me post this on Instagram.
Yes.
Woo!
Classic album.
I need that one, man.
Let me ask y'all a question. Where would you compare to Bobby's album? Where would you compare as far as like which one was better for the time period? Which one was better than y'all?
Oh wow.
Don't be cool easily.
Yeah.
Okay, because this one had a lot of joints on it.
Yeah, that was dope too.
Yeah.
I felt like the songwriting was stronger on Make It Last Forever.
Right. Me too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This next one, I've been looking for it for a while. Finally found it. Check it out.
Nice.
Oh,
wow. Oh man.
Pretty good condition too.
It's so
I
clean.
haven't listened to it yet.
Classic. That always gives me like Lovecraft County vibes every time I listen to the album for some reason.
Yeah. Good one.
All right, next I'm going to Minneapolis. This was one of Prince's proteges. I think she had the best solo career throughout all of them, between Morty Day and the other ones. And I know Reg was supposed to get this album because I sent it to him a while back, but they saying that he didn't get it in the mail, and I'm kind of pissed off about it. But I hate to show this to him because I know he's been wanting this for a long time, but I have to. This is one of my favorite albums for her, solo wise. And we're going with Sheila E's self-titled album from 1987.
Classic.
5 Night Classic, one of her best. If I had to rate her first 3 albums, I'd put this as number 1, The Glamorous Life number 2, then Romance 1500 number 3. And I know a lot of people don't really like the Romance 1500 album, but I think it's a pretty good solid album in my opinion.
That's Charles' favorite album.
Yeah, I know. I seen the review.
I'm trying to not like it.
That song Yellow.
Yeah, Michelangelo, that's my track right there. All right, this next artist, she came during a time when, a lot of female artists wasn't really doing nothing throughout like the late 2000s and 2010s, and she just came through and made her own wave, if you can say that. But this album is her magnum opus. I don't think she has done anything close to this. And we're going with Nicki Minaj, Pink Friday album released in 2010. This is my favorite Nicki Minaj album.
Okay.
I like that album. That's a good.
It's not.
Only like a couple tracks off of it. My favorite songs off here is Roman's Revenge featuring Eminem, Right to Me, Moment for Life featuring Drake, even though you know how I feel about Drake and everybody else on this panel after talk about Drake. Check it out, featuring Will I Am. Love the video for that. It was on some futuristic type, really good. And Your Love, even though I don't care for Nicki singing like that, he really did very good on this track.
That Your Love track got so annoying after a while.
I love that, man. And Swizz actually played the Roman joint,
He
Roman's
did.
Revenge.
But they were dancing. Did they learn from Puppy doing them fucking dances and shit? Cause I was looking at myself like, can y'all just stop dancing? Shit. But yeah.
I can tolerate Nicki over like Megan and all that. So.
Oh wow.
I think Nicki got some bangers.
Yeah, that the Pink Print album.
Yeah.
That's now I need to talk about one day.
That's a dope album too.
Oh yeah. Shit, I can tolerate Nicki more than Drake, man. I'm being real with you. So for my collection, I only picked up 3 vinyls, but the one of the vinyl, I'm gonna save that for the last one. So the first vinyl comes from like a Motown group that I kind of feel got overshadowed by certain other groups, and it's the Commodores with Hot on the Tracks. This one came out in 1976. This was known for songs like Just to Be Close to You, High on Sunshine. This was actually the album was the band's first to make the R&B charts, because around the mid 70s, the Commodores, like, they were enjoying like success, but if you guys know, like, the earlier works, they had like more like a funkier sound. But once Lionel Richie started to do like a lot more of the songwriting, they did like more R&B, soul music and shit like that. This one was a pretty good album, I'm not gonna lie. I like songs like Let's Get It Started, Fancy Dancer, and so on and so on. Like, I feel like it definitely had like a good balance compared to like some of the other albums, but it's not as bad as like Cool in the Gang, so I'm grateful about that. So this is Commodore with High on the Tracks. All right, now we're gonna get into a funk group that I don't really talk a lot about on this channel. I recently got into their music. It's the Barcades with Propositions. First of all, sexy ass girl on the cover.
Yeah, she's fine right now.
Yeah, I think they were taking lessons from the Ohio Players and shit like that. And mind you, they both were signed to Mercury Records, so that explains a lot. All right, so Propositions. This came out in 1982. Singles album was known for was She Talks to Me with Her Body, Do It, Let Me See You Shake, and Anticipation. Very dope. I love that song, Anticipation. Oh my god. Yeah, this was around the time when the Barcades were really doing like a lot of more like dance music and shit like that, echoing off that funk. And I've heard, I like the Barcades, but I've heard a lot of people say that over the years they kind of bit a lot of other sounds and funk music and shit. However, Larry Dotson, I'm gonna be real. There was no Larry Dotson. There'll be no Rick James or no Prince. That's gonna be real shit. This album's out of print. You have to find that album. You must have your collection. The Barcade.
All right. I showed this earlier, but this is one of the new ones I picked up. Johnny Gill first album. Well, his first solo album with New Edition of Motown, the 1990 album.
I need that.
Album. Huh?
I need that.
Yes, classic album. Farewell to Friend and Rub You the Right Way. My. Definitely a classic album. All right. So
okay, my next two albums. Okay, my next two albums are from this group. Not sure if any of y'all know who they are. Apparently, their sound is electronica, down tempo, acid jazz, trip hop. 07's When It Falls.
Never heard of them.
Never heard of them either. But when you said Acid
And
Dad,
their oh, okay, yeah. And their other album, Simple Things.
What year
Pretty
did it
much
come
I
out?
listen to these when I want to just like chill out sometimes. Definitely Simple Things album definitely puts me in that state of mind. I've only listened, I think, to a couple of songs from the When It Falls album. I gotta listen to the entire thing. But yeah, anyone who wants to listen to something different, definitely check their stuff out.
What year was that they come out?
What, Simple Things?
Yeah.
It came out in 2001.
Okay.
And When It Falls came out in 04.
All right. I'll check them out.
Yeah, you're able to find your stuff on Spotify and depending on where you get it online, because I got those two from Amazon. And thankfully I was able to snag them because there was only like limited copies for both of those.
send me the name of those if you have a chance, man.
All right.
No. Pretty cool. Next album is the OJ's.
Dope.
Mm.
Which one is that?
Message in Our Music album.
Okay.
Songs like Darling, Darling Baby, Message in Our Music, Make a Joyful Noise. I still need a couple more of the albums, but this one I was able to find. Good price, so I picked it up. And this one too.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, we discussed that album.
Yeah.
Oh,
You guys reviewed this?
yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When she was broke and penniless.
Oh.
She looks so innocent on the album cover, right?
Yeah.
Broadway.
Did you see the other one I got, Greg?
Yeah, the OJ's one. Yep.
Oh, okay. Got it. All right, E.
All right. We're going to move on from my brother DJ, and we're going to the 80s. This artist was out there with Janet Jackson, artists like Whitney Houston. She came through in 1983 with her debut album, made a major impact. I'm surprised I got this because it's been out of stock for a while. I got this a couple months back, and we're going with Madonna with her self-titled album, released in 1983.
Yes.
Vinyl. Every song on this album is a hit. Like, you got songs like Lucky Star, Borderline, Burning Up, I Know It, Holiday, which I bump every day at work. My students get on my nerves because they keep telling me to stop playing it, but most of the time they play that mumble rap shit, so I just hit them with some real music. But you got Physical Attraction and Everybody. That's a perfect way to end off the album. Classic album. Get it while you can, because I've been collecting more colored vinyl. I think it brings out more of the music, like when it's like different colors and stuff. You'll be surprised what color variants you can find for like albums and stuff these days. All right, we're staying on the Madonna tip now, and we're going with her 1985, 84 album with Like a Virgin.
Okay.
Just a quick vinyl too.
Mm-hmm. Same.
All right. And I don't know if this a misprint, but like if you look at the back, like she's upside down. If y'all
Yeah,
can see it.
mine has that
I don't know
too.
if it's
The vinyl is like that also.
I saw that shit.
Okay.
I don't know why they did that.
It tripped me out when I first seen it. I was like, she's upside down. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah. The track listing is like one way and then she's upside down.
I never knew that
Okay.
I never knew so many black guys like Madonna until I met y'all. I gotta step my Madonna game.
That was actually my
Yeah, you'll be
introduction to
surprised.
Madonna was Like a Virgin.
Oh, BJ. Have I ever showed you the textbook?
No.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Hey man, where you get that textbook from, man? I need that.
I got connections, man. I got connections.
Try was the first person I knew that admitted to liking Madonna as a young black.
That's what I grew up on.
Yeah.
I thought that was
I like
normal,
Madonna.
you know what I'm saying?
Madonna was sexy back in the day.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna even lie.
She was hot. She was hot back then.
Boy, I said all this shit about white women, but I got a fucking sex book. What the fuck?
I started liking her when I found out about the Big Daddy Kane story.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been liking her way before that ever came out, you know.
Man, that's crazy. I never knew that.
I don't know about now. She got all those black kids, man.
Yeah. I didn't know this, man. This is crazy.
Hold up. Before I show my album, I gotta show you later. Hold on.
Right, you listened to on the radio growing up, or was it just you bought an album?
Nah, like my mom was buying albums. We were buying albums. You know what I'm saying? And wherever whatever record store she went to, I went to, being like I was the only child. So when I started buying, it was like 6-7 years old. I started buying records, and Like a Virgin was like one of the first ones I bought.
Gotcha. So that's how it started. Man.
Yeah.
Hey, where the cover at? You don't got the cover for it?
He don't got the rapper and the comic book, right?
Oh yeah, the rapper.
Yeah.
It come like a comic
Okay,
book.
as long as you got the book, you good then. So you can see all the juicy photos and everything. So.
Shit. So my next weird album, I'm gonna start it off with a story.
Oh boy.
So once upon a time, there was a rapper from the state of Washington, and the state of Washington had this magical music called grunge, but he stood out like a rare thumb and made a legendary song that stood the test of time. I want y'all to brace yourselves for this.
So
Who is that?
Who is that, man?
Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Oh god.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
I was like, this shit was like $2. Fuck.
Wow.
Okay, see, I don't see some albums go cheaper than that. You got to steal.
I was actually looking for his first album because I was in South Carolina and they had his first album. And I was like, you know what? I feel like no one's not going to buy it. So I was like, fuck it. But then I saw.
You'll be surprised.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. But yes, this is Sir Mix-a-Lot, Baby Got Back. But let me tell y'all something. Like, the Posse on, niggas don't know about Posse on Broadway. We did a Swaz album and shit like that. But everyone knows for that Baby Got Back song, which Nicki Minaj used that for Anaconda.
Yeah, Anaconda.
Jesus
You getting
Christ.
paid off her.
Right.
You don't got to work another day in this life.
Right.
One song. Him and Martell Jordan.
But don't get me started on Montel. Yeah, but listen to these songs. Lockjaw. Testarossa. Sprung on the Cat. I'm your new god. Like so yeah. This is a crazy album. I mean, this was around that weird time of hip hop when niggas were doing like the most poppy shit, but it was like expensive at the same time, like Two Life Crew, Tone Loc and shit. This was like the era before the Chronic, so yeah. And yeah, this album.
Yeah, everybody trying to sound like this from Miami and shit.
Right.
Trying to get on their Vanilla Ice type shit.
Yeah. Don't be surprised. I may talk about this album, so don't be surprised. And my next album, for some odd reason, everybody hates the album, but I love it. Me and Try talks about this album all the time. I have Justice for Glitter. Like, yeah.
Okay. I never heard it, so I can't give my opinion on it.
But I watched that movie. Oh my god.
The movie was bad.
I never watched the movie.
Don't ever watch it.
It's not good.
I never watched the movie
Okay,
either.
thank you.
Don't ever watch it
I'm
either.
glad you want me. I'm glad you want me. Thank you, Ash.
Yeah, no problem. Do not watch it.
So, Mariah, wow. See, I'm not the only one that said Justice for Glitter. Yeah, said Justice for Glitter. So
I wouldn't mind getting the soundtrack,
Right.
but I'm just, ugh. I just couldn't believe I watched that movie. Well,
this is actually my third favorite Mariah Carey album. This is actually my third favorite Mariah Carey album.
Wow.
Yeah. Shout out to my friend Jermaine because he actually put me on this one. So yeah, this album it was like a post-disco Minneapolis sound kind of ordeal and shit like that. And it was known for songs like Loverboy, Reflections, Never Too Far, and Don't Stop Funkin' for Jamaica. And you know what's crazy though? This album was just put on streaming services last year.
oh wow.
Right, yeah. And this is around the time when Tommy Mottola, he had his fucking heart on Jennifer Lopez. That he tried to like kill Mariah Carey's career and stuff like that. I mean, it's well documented at this point. I don't feel like doing the whole story. But yeah, this album had dope songs. She did a cover of Pharrell's Didn't Mean to Turn You On. I mean, Saved My Life is good. Vocally, I feel like this is maybe one of her best albums too. Vocally, yep. I'm dropping some heat for y'all. So yeah, Justice for Glitter. And this album out of print. I think it's the only album.
Don't watch the movie. You're wasting your time.
You know what? Just I might watch the movie. I might just give the movie a chance.
Oh Lord.
I hope you do an album review on it too when you watch it.
Oh, it's coming.
Oh Lord.
It's coming.
When y'all ask for album reviews, you drag me in it as well. So
I mean a movie review. My bad. A movie review.
Oh,
I'll pay money to see that.
I'm on Reg. That's all gonna be all Reg. I ain't doing that.
It depends how I feel.
Hell no, that movie is terrible.
I cash up you $10. I'll give you 20.
I mean, you guys are looking at a guy that reviewed China Doll, so
You comparing China Doll
Hey
to
man,
that?
come on now. Y'all say that every time.
You're comparing China
Every
Doll to
time y'all
that?
alone.
no, I feel like that's the in joke. The whole channel is like,
Everybody be, oh my god, it be so.
so you.
Yo. Okay, I got last one I got is Sadat X Wild Cowboys, 1996. I love this album. I want to say this is still his best album. Stages and Lights and Hang 'Em High, the Lump Lump. Definitely a classic album. You got production from Pete Rock on here and Diamond D, Minnesota. Great album, man. Classic.
Glad you got it, bro.
Yeah, thanks.
My next two, one of which is an album that I wanted to get my hands on for a minute, and I'm just glad I finally got it. Destiny's Child, Survivor.
Ooh.
Dope.
Yep. Yeah, so far I have their first two albums and this one. I don't have Destiny Fulfilled. Yeah, for anyone who's heard of the Survivor album or don't know some of the songs, of course, Independent Women Part 1, that was a huge hit for the Charlie's Angels movie. Survivor, of course, Bootylicious, their cover of Emotion.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a cover?
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was that the same Emotion song that Samantha Singh did, or was that something different?
It was from this group from back in the 70s, I believe.
Samantha.
The BGs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's who it was. Yeah. And the next one I have is Pete Rock and CL Smooth, the main ingredient.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
Okay.
You go, Ash.
Bro.
Oh shit! I don't got none of the albums. You lucky.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna listen to this sometime tomorrow. So
Let me
yeah.
know what you think of it.
Oh, I will.
Great album.
Every time I hear that song, reminisce, I think about my brother.
Oh,
Yeah, and I think about my grandmother. She passed away like 93.
hmm.
I'm sorry for it.
So that song came out.
That it came out like 92, but I got the out like summer 92. I bought the album, and then like that song just stuck with me.
Yeah, that's probably one of the best dedication hip hop songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
That'd be a nice countdown review.
Yeah.
All time great dedication songs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That'll be dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of dedication song these days with these rappers and shit.
They don't do
Nope.
that. Yeah, that's true.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Unless the rapper actually dies and shit, they want to show fake love.
Right.
Yeah.
BJ.
It's on you, BJ.
I don't got no more.
He's done. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're going down south. We're going to the Swamp House label. I don't really have a lot of albums from that label and their artists, but these do a very underrated duo in hip hop. And this is probably one of their best albums as a group. And we're going with 8 Ball and MJG on top of the world.
Yo.
You got songs like Help in My Own Rhyme, What Can I Do, For Real, Funk Mission, Hit That Shit. Man, this whole album is perfect, man. Like, 8 Ball and MJG is just a perfect combination. You know, 8 Ball just on that pimp shit, just being a big old dude from Tennessee, just spitting that pimpology to these busters, and MJG just coming with the philosophy, you know. And this next album, we're going to the Hypnotized Minds Camp. I was surprised I got this album. I got this like years ago. And I paid like $8 for it, and this shit is like kilo prices now. We're going with Project Pat, Mr. Don't Play,
Nice.
Oh wow.
released in 2001. Like, this is a straight up, like, don't listen to this album if you don't supposed to be listening to it, kids. Like, this ain't for the soft minded motherfuckers out there. This is some straight up, like, down south doom type music. Like, you supposed to listen to this at night, you know. You might need an exorcist after you listen to this album, because you already know how people mafia get down.
Mm-hmm. That's the album with Chicken Head. The Chicken
Yeah.
Head on it? Yeah.
Straight
Actually,
up pick up kid music right here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. In other words, if you love Juicy J now, that's not the album for y'all. That's the way I put it. That's them dope picks, y'all.
actually, I got one more, Rich.
Oh, go ahead, bro.
I don't know if I showed y'all this yet.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Classic.
Okay.
Classic album.
Oh shit!
Love that album.
Is that the OG version?
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty.
Does it come with like the bonus stuff like on the CD?
Nah. It just has Jane is the last song on there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
88 was a great year in hip hop. This came out in 88.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Great.
Yeah, one of the best years in hip hop history.
Yeah.
That was the year that changed everything, man.
Yeah. For sure.
All right.
That was it. Sorry to cut you off, Rich.
Oh no, go ahead, man. You good. So I'm actually happy because these next two albums are like the first albums I have from each artist, and this is actually the first dancehall album I had. Shabba Ranks,
Yes.
as raw as ever.
Classic album.
Oh yeah,
All right.
this came out in 1991. Yeah, Shabba. Everyone knows who he is. My opinion, the king of dancehall, in my opinion. I mean, shit. This album, like, this is one of the albums I really like. Put him out there in the mainstream and shit. In my opinion, like, he has singles like I want to say "House Call" was a single.
Yeah.
The song with Karis One, "The Jam" was a single.
Trailer Load.
Yeah, that was appreciate it. Yeah, this was a very dope album. Like this is why he had a rawest album in my opinion. Yeah, man, this album and 1995's Amishaba, those are my favorite albums from him and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely expect more dance song in the future.
Have you heard Extra Naked?
Nah, I have not heard Extra Naked
That's
yet.
a good one. That's the one with Tingling and Slow and Sexy with Johnny Gill and What You Gonna Do with Queen Latifah.
Oh shit, okay.
That was a good album too.
Ain't that the one with Mr. Loverman, right?
Nah, Mr. Loverman. I think that was after. I think that was the album after Mr. Loverman.
Okay, cool. All right. And then I got MOP, First Family for Life.
Great album.
Yes, this came out in 1998 on Relativity. Yeah, this is a very, very, very good album. I want to say it's like my second favorite album from them. Four Alarm Blaze with Teflon and Jay-Z. Oh my God. They were fucking rhyming over the dun, dun, dun. That shit. Oh.
Eye of the Tiger joint.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. What up,
Jay and Teflon did their thing on that one. There was also known for singles like what was the single? Shit. I want to say Breaking the Rules was a single.
Can't remember.
Shit. Yeah, I'm on Wikipedia right now, but yeah. This album right here is definitely one of their best albums. Yo, Four Alarm Blaze, yeah. And Handle Your Business, those are the singles.
Handle Your Business, right.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a video for Four Alarm Blaze too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, this is a very dope album. I don't hear a lot of MOP fans talk about this album like that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely a very good album. Definitely need to get some more of that album in the future. Yeah.
My next picks are Kendrick Lamar's "Damn."
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Great album.
And I also have Madonna's "The Immaculate Collection."
Great album.
Yep.
Love that greatest hits. That's probably like one of my favorite greatest hits sets.
This one's
Yeah. She got Justify My Love is on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Great album. All right, it's on Eric.
Oh, it's my turn?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go to New York, Street to Yonkers. These dudes, they was on the label that wasn't really doing shit for them. They was all in the videos doing that greedy type shit. This album really brought them back to the streets. And I'm surprised I got it on vinyl. And we're going with The Lock, with their 2000 album, Money, Power, Respect.
Ooh.
Classic.
Rough Rider Records.
Wow.
Their best album, in my opinion. They have never, their best Lock album, in my opinion, When you take a street albums from like the 2000s, you go to this. Maybe top 10 best street albums of all time, in my opinion, because after Money, Power, Respect, niggas started clowning them in the streets. They was all in videos with Diddy. With a dude like that, and you got dudes like that doing like real street shit and like spitting like that raw shit where they come from. And you got them in the videos dressing up in shiny suits and shit, looking like silver surfers and stuff. Who wouldn't clown them? So, they came in as some warlocks, and I'm glad they got the fuck away from Diddy and just got with some real dudes like DMX and the whole Rough Riders camp. I mean, you got songs like, they started the song off with "Fuck You." Like, come on now. You already knew this album was about to be the shit. Can I Live, featuring Casino, Breathe Easily, Selling Me Niggas, like a straight up, like, they're instrumental. I don't know if Swiss Beats did that beat or not, but he was really doing that. I wish he would have gave like some beats like that for DMX this album, but he just wasn't really for the album. But this whole album is just pure fire, man. This is a straight up street album. Nothing mainstream about this. You know, I surprised I got it for a decent price on eBay.
Yeah. They played like 4 or 5 joints in the verses tonight from that album.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I love that album, man.
Yeah.
That's a good workout.
I mean, he had to play. I mean, he had to play something. I know he wasn't gonna play them beats on the Exodus album because those first 3 tracks were just straight up like the beats on there wasn't really working. And, you know, I'm glad that y'all did a review on the album because you know Swiss Beats he didn't need to do the album, man. Like Kanye West could have did more production on that, like Dame Grease. I mean, anybody else except Swiss Beats because like none of those beats that he did was working. Like the Locks did that thing and like DMX and the features did that thing, but he just wasn't doing it on the production tip or the rapping tip.
Y'all review We Are the Streets?
All right, this new. No, they did the Exodus album on Friday.
Oh, okay.
Now We Are the Streets. I think we did that last year. We discussed that one.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I gotta watch that.
This next album is probably this next album is probably one of the most underrated double disc albums. I really don't hear a lot of people talk about it. Really don't see a lot of people give this group the respect. You know, you got dudes out here talking about them though, but you know, you got these kids out here talking about these groups, but they had a movement that will never be done again. And we're going with the Diplomatic Community.
I love that album.
We're actually discussing
Got
it
this
in June.
a couple years ago, Jack. Yeah.
Yeah. Great album.
Yes, sir.
How many albums did they do in total?
Huh?
You said how many albums did they do?
Dipset?
Yeah.
Well, they did Diplomatic Community 1 and 2, and they did like an EP that came out like 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay.
All right. So some albums I have from my dad's collection, and this album recently came in my head, so I was like, you know what, fuck it. It's the Jackson 2300 Jackson Street.
Oh my God.
No.
Oh my God. Funny story.
I knew when you showed it. I was like, oh shit, oh God.
Funny story about this song. So all these years, and me and BJ were talking about this earlier. I've always thought the lyrics was 2300 Jackson Street, always hoeing. But it was actually home.
Yeah,
So
they said home.
And
yeah, they did say home.
the only reason why I even this is their weakest album. I'm gonna be real with you. But the song 2300 Jackson Street, I'm not gonna lie, that's a chill song. Michael only sang that for 5 seconds. He just stole the show, in my opinion. But the bullshit with this album, they try to go for that New Jack Swing, and I had mixed feelings about Victory, but I was listening to Victory in a heartbeat over this album shit.
I like Victory way more than that fucking album.
Yep.
You know what? So what?
I'd rather listen to the Victory album.
Oh yeah. Hell, I'd rather listen to the Dynamite than Jermaine Jackson in this one. And that's coming a lot. That says a lot. But yeah, songs like fucking Maria.
I ain't going that far. I'd rather just listen to Jermaine Jackson.
He don't like that.
Fucking, I mean, he had some of the best, like Babyface, Teddy Riley. I'm like, it was just way past their prime. I mean, yeah. I think a lot of Jackson fans love to forget about this album.
Yes.
Minus the title track. Even the video on that title track was just cheesy as fuck. Yeah, I'm like, y'all know y'all ain't that close as a family.
Hey, that Can You Feel It music video is crazy too. It's like a Voltron music video. That Can You Feel It music video.
Oh my god. So yeah, this album I think is out of print, so if y'all can find it, y'all if y'all like Jackson's fans, but
I don't think their fans are finding this.
oh shit, man. I'm surprised it didn't get no reissue, nothing like that.
No, we don't need that. No.
Even look at the album cover, like what the fuck? The fuck they all
How
is
much
sunglasses.
did you get that for? A penny? How much you got that for?
So what?
How much did you buy it for?
No, this is my dad.
Oh, okay.
He had this for like since like the I think he got his.
Your dad actually bought that?
He's a Jackson fan, like
yeah. Salute to him.
I am too, but damn.
Yeah. I got like 5 albums from my dad's collection. I'm gonna show y'all and shit. So y'all be surprised. So I got Ariana Grande's Positions album.
Dope
Oh wow.
That was dope.
My first Ariana Grande album.
She's so beautiful.
Yeah.
I've not heard this album yet, but I know you say you like it.
She's more. It's that album's more raunchier than her other albums in the past.
I know. Yeah. That's why
I know.
Yeah, I already know.
So expect a review on this maybe sometime this year.
Going Reg, man. I knew it was the reason why you had that album.
Well, actually, because Jermaine actually requested me to. He always loved Ariana Grande, so I took his word on that too. Shout out to him again.
Yeah. The only Ariana Grande album I have is Sweetener.
Yeah, I have that one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I need to get more of her albums. I've been getting more Lady Gaga albums lately.
Yeah, I like Lady Gaga too.
I was never into Lady Gaga like that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's in the quiet taste for me too.
Yeah. All right, my next picks are, well, one of them is an album that me, Reg, and Try, we discussed, excuse me, either last year or year before. It's Tony Braxton's Secrets album.
Yes. Love that album.
I respect it. I like it. I respect it.
Yeah. Of course, anyone who has this album or listened to this album, of course, one of her hits was You're Making Me High, Unbreak My Heart, How Could an Angel Break My Heart, Let It Flow from the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack, I Don't Want To, which was produced by R. Kelly, I Love Me Some Him. Yeah.
Classic. Talking in His Sleep. I like that one too.
Another album that I have is one that I definitely wanted to get my hands on for a minute. Definitely the first album I have from this artist, and I know Reg mentioned that he would want to discuss this album one day. I have Babyface's Face to Face album.
I need that one. That one is dope.
Yeah, it is.
And he got Buck Wild from DITC doing production on there, and the Neptunes is crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. Who knew?
Yeah. Dope. That was 2001 that came out.
Yep.
All right, we're going back to Motown. This lady is a legend. She's celebrating her 50th anniversary of this album. Between this album, like her early 70s work, this is probably my favorite album from her. It was going with Diana Ross for her Surrender album, released in 1971.
I never heard that one.
Yeah, I never heard that one.
Me neither.
It's really good. Like, you would think you was like in a dream once you hear this album. It's that good. And look at the album cover. Just look at that. Just black excellence. Diana Ross looking like a queen, unlike these bitches out here these days, just looking like unknown creatures. You know, this is how a lady's supposed to look. You know, this is what black excellence for a lady looks like, people.
Oh.
All right.
He's right there.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna stay in the 70s. Yeah, we're gonna stay in the 70s. We're going with something from the black exploitation realm. Between this and the Superfly soundtrack is up there and like one of the greatest black exploitation movie soundtracks in my opinion. And we're going with Willie Hutchins, the Mac soundtrack.
Oh wow,
I need.
Mm.
Woo!
that's dope.
Oh
Nice.
wow.
Willie Hutchins, like, ooh, how you heard of the I forgot the album he put out in '74. It's like an album cover with like the devils on it. Mark of the Beast.
Nah, I have not heard that.
I heard that.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that movie, The Mac, man.
Yeah, man. Richard Pryor was a character in that movie, man.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To me, The Mac, it's not just a pimp movie. It's just a movie about chess and just manipulation and shit in the system. Shit.
Yeah.
So this one was like a blind buy. When I went to the CD shop in Charlotte, they said you can take some free CDs. So I was like, fuck it.
Mm.
This is Amy O, Elastic. I don't know if anybody heard of Amy O.
No,
No.
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 Mm-mm.
She
Nah.
looked like Yoko Ono.
Right. It's like some singer songwriter shit.
He said Yoko Ono. He said Yoko Ono.
This came out in 2017. I just want to show it to you. I'm gonna listen to it, So
Right.
just give
What
it.
what genre is she considered like in?
I want to say pop. It's not really giving me a lot of information. I know she's from Indiana,
Mm.
Bloomington. She was like acoustic rock. I'm not gonna say that.
She's like Jewel.
Please, I haven't even heard the album yet. Please, don't turn it off.
Oh man.
Now the album that I've always wanted to get, SWV's A New Beginning.
Dope.
Hey, okay.
My favorite album from them.
Mm.
Way better than that
Release some
misguided
tension.
tension. Little trivia about this album. They actually broke up in between this album and It's About Time because they were going through some issues with one another.
Mm.
And that's why they call this album New Beginning. This album was like more of like an R&B-ish album and stuff like that. Singles known for like You're the One, Use Your Heart, which hands down my favorite SWV song. And it's all about you. You got early Neptunes doing some of the best shit on this album.
Mm.
Songs like On and On with Eric Sermon's dope. You're All My Love. I mean, this album was very good. One of the best albums. Very underrated too.
Mm-hmm.
This album's out of print.
Mm. My final two albums that I have, one of them is Bone Thugs and Harmony, the Collection Volume 2.
Oh
Nice.
shit.
Yeah,
I have the
yeah.
DVD set for
I
that.
know I plan on getting Volume 1 at some point, but the only version of Volume 1 of their collection is the clean version, and I did not want to get it.
Alright,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
You don't want that clean shit. You want
No,
that
I
Thuggish
don't.
versus
No, I
Bone.
don't,
It
cause
ain't Thuggish versus Bone without the parental
uh-uh.
advisory on it.
Right.
No. And they want like, I don't know, like $7 and some change for the clean version of the album.
They can suck my dick for that shit.
Yeah, like I ain't getting that. Like if I want to get a Bone Thugs album, I need the explicit, cause I already know clean version gonna sound like trash. So
Right. Great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait.
I don't even want to talk about getting their albums on vinyl because it's like finding the needle in the haystack.
Oh yeah. Mm. And my final album for the night is Love, Marriage, and Divorce by Tony Braxton and Babyface.
Dope.
Love that album.
Good album.
Me too.
That's a great album.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's like an
Definitely.
R&B.
Actually, you go
What
ahead.
was that?
I was
Oh,
saying
I was
that.
gonna ask you, do you,
Oh, go ahead.
you mainly collect CDs? You don't collect vinyl?
No, I don't have any vinyls, and I don't have a record player, so no.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, Reg, what were you saying?
I was saying that's like an R&B classic. You know?
Yep. Yeah, we definitely got to talk about this one day as well.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Oh
Yeah, I
yes.
know. Songs that I've heard on the radio getting played a lot, such as "Roller Coaster" and "Hurt You." Some of the other songs that I like are "I Hope That You're Okay." Um, "I'd Rather Be Broke," "The D Word," "Heart Attack," and "I Wish." Now that song, "I Wish," it was written by Tony, and I found that song to be very interesting.
Mm,
That's all I'm gonna say.
okay, I take
The
it.
album won a Grammy, Ronnie said.
Oh yeah, it did. Yeah, that's it. That's it for me. Those are all the CDs I have.
All right, cool. It's on you, Eric.
Okay, my bad. I had to get some.
Oh,
We're
you
going to Virginia. This group, I wish they never broke up. Their first album is a classic in my opinion, and their sophomore album I think is way better than their first album. And we're going with the duo of Pusha T and Malice with their second album, Hell Has No Fury, released in
Classic.
2006.
okay?
Love that album.
Mhm.
Yes.
I like the back of the album cover too. Them just looking like straight up drug kingpins, just looking like they mean business. This is the type of album cover that just keep people like interested. You don't really get a lot of album covers that really pull you in and actually want you to buy the album. Most of the time, you just look at it and be like, they on some gay shit. But Clip, that was a very underrated group in my opinion. I'm trying to get their third album to the casket drop, which was released in 2009, but I've been so busy getting more stuff in my collection. It been sophomore album. It was written, released in 1996. The European version, not the original version, with the
I got
silent
that.
murder track at the end. Like this is the perfect album. You know, you know, yeah. People go back and forth with like Illmatic and It Was Written. It's a back and forth discussion on which is the greater album, but it just depends on which day I listen to. Sometimes I think about Illmatic, then some days I think It Was Written. But this is a mafioso album. This probably one of the, if not top 10 greatest mafioso albums of all time, up there with like Junior Mafia's Conspiracy from '95, which I don't see a lot of people talk about. Very underrated. Bad Boy album, which came out from '95. Coogee Rap, 456, Roots of Evil, AZ, Do or Die. You got Mobb Deep, Hell on Earth.
Great album.
Good stuff, E. Good stuff.
Yeah, I love those albums, man. Uh, Shout out to my boy Eric for this one. Compton's Most Wanted, straight checking on it.
Dope.
This was released in 1991. Um, my second favorite Compton's Most Wanted album. Yeah, this was a very transitional album because the Chill, he was arrested. He was arrested a couple times in between this album and the previous album. It's a Compton thing, and he was sentenced to prison. I think before the recording, and so the only song he was able to appear on was the song "Growing Up in the Hood." So pretty much this was like the beginning of MPA carrying the Compton's Most Wanted name. Very dope album. This was known for songs like Straight Checking Them, Growing Up in the Hood. This was also controversially has the beginning of the Death Wish, which if you guys know about the beat between DJ Quick and 8, he had a Death Wish series. I love the beat on that one. And one thing about Compton Was Wanted, when they used to make their dedication songs, like the outro song dedicated to homies or whatever, they had the illest beats and shit like that, like Gangsta Shout Out. Of course, the music Drive By. I love that beat to that outro and shit like that. So very, very dope album. Definitely got to talk about this album one day. straight checking them. I think this album's out of print too. Thank you so much, Eric. Been looking so long for this one. And now,
Oh, you're welcome, man. I got out this for a decent price.
Appreciate it. Now we're gonna go from Compton to Houston. These girls definitely like Houston was definitely one of the highest figures in Houston shit. I got Destiny Child's first album, self-titled. Very dope album in my opinion. I felt like the first two Destiny Child albums are my favorite. This was like more R&B in my opinion. Like this was known for No No No, which the part 2 remix. This is the remix where pretty much jacked the whole EPM. Wyclef jacked the whole EPM D beat for that one. I love the song. Show Me the Way. Tell Me. Yeah, man. This was known for like the lineup of Beyonce. I want to say Beyonce, Kelly,
Latoya,
and Latavia, right?
Latavia, yeah.
Latavia, whatever. But thank you though. Yeah, man. Very, very dope album. Even though I feel like Writing on the Wall, that's my joint from them, but this one has more of an R&B sound to it. I want to say this album is out of 22, so if y'all can find it, it must have in your collection. I need to get some more weird albums, man. Hold on.
All right, then. We're going back to the disco era. This artist is a legend, in my opinion. She's probably one of the greatest disco artists of all time, female-wise. And I love her work. I really love her 80s work, too. Some of her albums are very underrated. This album came out in 1979. It's a colored version. And it's probably one of the best disco albums, if not one of the best albums of 1979 besides Michael Jackson's Off the Wall. If we're going with Donna Summer's Bad Girls album, released in 1979. This is the French version with the orange colored vinyl. It took me a long time to get this album, and I don't even want to tell y'all the price that I had to pay to get this album, but it was well worth it. Because ever since I bought this album, I done seen this album go for a crazy price. When you get like certain albums like Rihanna's Anti-album, and you try to get that on vinyl,
Is it that expensive?
You know, you try to get that on vinyl and stuff, crazy. Like when you get it from certain countries, it be expensive. Like you know, like certain Japanese versions and stuff. Okay, I see you try.
He loves Donna Summer.
This the French version though. This the orange vinyl. Orange vinyl.
That's dope. I never seen the colored vinyl for that.
Eric has a very vast taste.
I'll take it out. Wait a minute.
He's brought MJG to Donna Summer and Madonna.
Donna Summer is like, to me, she's like the disco queen. So I have like a lot of her stuff on vinyl.
Actually, do you have any?
Huh?
Yeah, Love to Love You. Yeah, Love to Love You, baby, one of the greatest tracks of the 70s, in my opinion. And that song is like 18 minutes long. It just takes you on a journey.
Ashley, do you have any homies?
No. She was being nasty back in the 70s.
Yeah. That's dope. I like that.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah.
They got like different color variants of it too. They got a red one too. And I think they're gonna come up with like a purple one, like for record day.
Nice.
Wow.
I've been in the disco mood, so I've been playing a lot of Gloria Gaynor and Donna Summer, the Bee Gees. So
shit.
That's funny, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. They said disco died in the 70s though, but we still had some of that like in the 80s, like music.
That's
all the haters out there that don't like disco, you know. You still had artists out there keeping disco alive.
Exactly.
I was just talking to Reg about that, like if you guys listen to Kiss, what did you think about the Kiss disco album? The Dynasty album from '79?
Trash.
I thought that was dope.
Creatures of the Night.
I like some of those songs off the album. I ain't gonna even lie. 2000s, man. It's my favorite song.
But they fans don't like it though. Like they fans hate those albums.
Speaking of disco, have y'all heard stories about this,
I don't like Gene Simmons' album from '78.
Yeah, I have to hear that one. I ain't hear that one yet.
What were you saying, BJ?
Speaking of disco, have y'all heard stories about Studio 54?
Oh,
yeah. They had a documentary for that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They were doing freaky things back in the day in that club.
Mm-hmm.
You know, cocaine was bad back in the day when you was in a club like that. They even had waiters like chopping up cocaine for the people. So you already know those noses was bleeding regardless. You know, when they go powder their noses in the bathrooms and stuff. So
right.
It was a crazy time. All right, this next one is a Japanese version of the album. The only thing I don't like about it is it don't got the OBI strip. Cause you know with Japanese vinyls and stuff, they want an arm and a leg for it.
Right.
I don't know why, but most Japanese pressings are way better. You don't really hear a lot of pop. You don't really get a lot of skips with it. And this version of the album has an extra track on it, which was supposed to be on the album. Y'all did a review on this artist on her first two albums, which I like in my opinion. Don't laugh at me now. So this is Janet Jackson's Control album, the Japanese version.
I like that.
It got the track Let's Start Anew. Like when you think about this song, if you ever heard it, I think of Japan. I don't know why. I guess because of the instrumental. But it got all the tracks from the original version, but it just got the Start Anew track, which was supposed to be on the Dream Street album, in my opinion. If I'm not mistaken, because I did some research on it, and I think it was supposed to be on the Dream Street album. It sounded like it could have been on like the Beverly Hills Cop soundtrack or something.
Dope album.
Classic album, celebrating 35 years. You know, when you think about albums like from the 80s, like you take a certain albums now, and you go down the line in 35 years, when you think about most of these dudes' albums, or most of these female artists' albums, it's like in like hip hop, like it's only gonna be a certain few. Like, I can't count on my fingers like certain female albums like from this generation that you'll be thinking about in the next 35 years. Like I was saying earlier, Diana Ross is going to celebrate her 50th anniversary on the album I showed earlier, Surrender, because that came out in '71.
Yes, sir. All right. These two albums I've done reviews on my channel, so I'm just gonna run by them. It's Eminem with the Relapse album. Believe it or not, really good album, but I had some issues with it. Me and Try talk about the fucking voice, like the weird fucking voice and shit. Check out the review on this one. I also have LL Cool J's Goat. This came out in 2000. Another album I have mixed feelings about. Is it better than Phenomenon?
Yes.
Yeah, but not by much.
It is.
Not by much. For now, you know how bad Phenomenon was compared to the GOAT?
That shit way better than Phenomenon.
That's way
I know
better.
the GOAT. I'd say GOAT was better, but like I said, I'm not a big fan of post 95 LL.
That's his last good album, the GOAT.
I respect that, yeah. Mr. Smith was last great, this was his last good and shit. So yeah.
Wow, was Headspun.
That was Definition, but that album was terrible. Timberlake gave him like some weak beats on that album. And Swiss
Yeah, I don't even want to.
Yeah.
Swiss just everywhere this week. He's fucking up DMX album. He was on the Definition. Like Swiss beats can't catch a break. He had that snort of a versus battle with Timberlake. Like, can we get Bone Thugs and Harmony versus 3 6 Mafia? Can we get Sade versus somebody? Like, hell, can we get Shaka Khan in a versus? Like, I don't want to keep seeing these garbage ass versus like Little Bow Wow versus fucking Soulja Boy. Like, who would want to see that?
I'm not watching that.
Wait, the Exodus album's not good?
I like it.
Okay.
Bow Wow and Soulja Boy.
I like
What
it.
Ray think of it?
I just don't like Swiss Beats production on it. And I don't like the.
Ray, what'd you think of it?
You mean the DMX Posthumous album? I liked it, except for the first 4 tracks I did not like. That's gonna be real with y'all.
Yeah, his production is shaky at this point.
That fucking Bath Talk track with Jay-Z, that was the most garbage Jay-Z verse I ever heard in a while. Like, come on now. And that Money track, like,
there's another.
I like the Money track, but what the fuck is Moneybagg Yo doing on the song? Like,
did you see the verses? There's another version with J. Cole on there. He has another version of Bath Salt with J. Cole.
I know that shit's way better.
And he called out Justin Timberlake more than once. Like he said something about Justin needs to come over to black culture. Cause I guess like they asked him.
I thought he was already in it after he showed the tatas at the Super Bowl.
They must have asked him to do a verses and he said no to them. So he called him out like twice in that verses talking about he needs to come over to the black culture and do a verses.
Who?
Justin Timberlake.
What verses just be
Man, we can do way better than that, man. Like, if anybody really want to, do anybody really want to see that?
I mean, him against Usher, I think that would be a good battle. You know, I'd rather see him against Usher than Chris Brown against Usher. I don't think Chris Brown could take Usher.
Ashley said she's about to give good night to Ash.
Okay. Good night, Ash.
All right, Ash.
Not Ashley.
I'm sick and tired of seeing this stupid photo of these white girls drinking shit out of the toilet. I'm sick and tired of seeing that shit.
What is that about? Is that a real photo?
It's a real photo.
Yo.
You're gonna embarrass
nasty. No wonder they be getting the coronavirus.
You're gonna embarrass your parents by drinking out of the toilet. Okay.
Yeah. Crazy.
Alright.
White girls is crazy.
Yeah.
Alright. Is it on me?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Alright. This is another album we done a review on a while back ago. Cypress Hill, Black Sunday.
Yes, classic.
Great choice.
Yeah.
Did you open it yet, Reg?
It's open. Yeah.
Oh, it's open? Is your CD blue?
It's open. It's not sealed. I can tell.
Yeah, it's blue.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen some, like, there's some versions that the CDs is like a different color.
Oh, wow. But yeah, I'm going to be quite honest. I like this album. I know a lot of people say this is their best album, but I have a few issues with this album. I'm not going to lie. I felt like the last couple of tracks, maybe last 3 or 4 tracks, kind of a little shaky.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been more of a self-titled Cypress Hill, Temples of Boom Cypress Hill. Not dissing this album though. Not dissing this album. I respect the fact it's a classic, but I don't love it as much as the fan base. Yeah. Is this album still in print?
I don't think it is.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, it should be.
It should be.
All right. Next album, we're gonna go back to R&B. We're gonna go with Babyface Tender Love. This is from my dad's collection.
Nice.
Yes, this is his second album. This is the album that really put him out there as far as solo artists and shit like that. Whip that's all I gotta say, man. Whip Appeal. It Ain't No Crime was a single. Tender Lover was a single. I want to say, what else was a single? As Soon As I Get Home, I want to say that was a single. Yeah. This is back when he was on the Solar Records, which is like one of my favorite record labels of all time. Yeah, man, very, very dope album. You know, had that R&B, New Jack Swing kind of feel to it. Whip It With Me, Tender Lover, Babyface, 1989. I want to say this album is still in print or it's yes, out of print. Yeah, this is the 2001 reissue.
All right, we're going with Rihanna. I'm ready for her to drop her R9 album. It's been 5 years since Anti. I don't know what she's waiting for. I'm ready for her to come back out. I'm tired of hearing bitches like Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, and all these other bras out here that think they doing something. We need Rihanna to come back. I'm really tired of hearing Nicki Minaj, after that Queen album. And we're going with her 2011 album, if I'm not mistaken. Talk That Talk.
Oh wow.
And look at the back of the album cover. Like, come on now. If you listening to me, ASAP Rocky, you better not mess up. Cause we know y'all been going back and forth with y'all relationship. My favorite songs off here is We Found Love, Talk That Talk, featuring Jay-Z. Cockiness. If you ever heard that track, that's the most nastiest song I ever seen her do, in my opinion.
Jesus.
Birthday Cake is a straight up strip club song. You can see girls twerking to that now. Drunk on Love is really good, and Rock Me Out. Those are my favorite songs off the album. Between this and her anti-album, those two are probably her most sexual albums, in my opinion. Because R9, I mean not R9, but Rated R, probably one of her darkest albums in her discography.
I agree.
All right, we're going back to Japan. This one, I have the OVI strip on it, and y'all did a review on it. Me and Reds like the album. I know Chad don't like it, but I already ranked her albums from best to like least best. And we're going with her 1985 album, if I'm not mistaken. Sheila E. Romance 1600, Japanese version. You see, I got the OVI strip on it. They ain't messing me up this time. I paid a good price for it, but it was well worth it. I didn't break the bank on it,
Thank God.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm starting to collect more Japanese albums, with the OVI strip.
I got some more weird albums. Albums we're not expecting to have. Oh boy.
You'll be surprised what we got in our collection. We just don't want to show it.
I got MC Hammer's. Let's get it started.
I don't know that one.
I got that too. I ain't even gonna lie. I like it. I ain't gonna even lie.
Yo, okay. So this was before he went pop, but this is like his major label.
You gotta try. He gotta explain it first, right? That's how you know.
I'm like, I thought he was always pop.
Back album. Let me explain. All right, so back the West Coast, and shit. Hammer, he was pop, but he wasn't pop. If that makes sense. Like he wasn't like the typical, right? He was like the party rapper, continuing the tradition of Busy Bee. But once he did the "You Can't Touch This," that exploded.
Right.
That's when he got pop. Emphasis on the P. That shit. This one was like his breakout album. Like, let's get it started. Turn This Mother Out. I love that song. Turn This Mother Out.
He wasn't known back then though for that one.
I mean, he was getting there because he was getting number one on R&B charts and shit too and shit. So he was getting there compared to the first album, '86. Which brings me back to that because he actually did the first album for this album and stuff too. But this album kind of got some controversy because I want to say the song turned his mother out. He was throwing shots at Run DMC, LL Cool J, and Dougie Fresh.
Right.
Now she was Let's Get It Started, excuse me. And you know, that's why LL went at him with To the Break of Dawn and shit like that too. That's why Run DMC dissed him on the Arsenio Hall and shit like that. So yeah, man. And then, you know, this album's of course out of print. Not a lot of Hammer fans know this album and shit. They just know Please Hammer Don't Hurt Him and and shit like that. And I was not looking for this album. I just saw it for like $1. So I was like, you know what? Why not? I want to say I got an album before he went pop and shit like that. Well, excuse me, pop. Yeah.
Rap is not pop. If you call it that, then stop. Hip hop quotable.
Shit.
That's more like what? That's more like a workout album, like a bump like music commercial album or something.
The Cactus turned Hammer's mother out.
Right.
Man, okay.
This is crazy.
Yeah, I love Third Base, man. Anyway, I talk a lot of shit about this rapper, but it's when he does too much. But now, I hope he keeps his head up on some real shit. It's T.I. with the King album. Yeah, his best album.
Yes, please. No more gun charges, nigga.
You said what? You said what?
I said no more gun charges.
Yeah, this time it's sex trafficking.
That's when he's.
Yeah.
I'm saying no more gun charges. Clifford Harris.
He's incarcerated. He needs to go back to jail.
That's even worse. Don't do that neither.
Yeah. As you guys know, he does spend most of his career in prison, but this is when he came out of prison or whatever. I think during like the Urban Legend era. He was doing the ATL movie and shit like that. Which I want to say, a lot of people think that this album was like the soundtrack to the movie. It's not, because the song "What You Know," I think that was on the ATL soundtrack too. Which that made me a fan of T.I. and shit like that. I just love that. Be like, "What you know about that?" I don't know what. I just like the way he was rapping to that shit and just like the braggadocio in T.I. And this is around the time. Yeah, that beat, man. This was around the time when people were saying he was like the southern version of Jay-Z. I was like, okay, slow your roll on that. Let's not stop.
Yeah, I don't need him to be the Jigga Man. Just be T.I.
Yeah.
I don't need everybody in the hip hop game trying to be Jay-Z.
Right, like Jay-Z's not even in my top 10. That's all right. BJ said his laptop battery died and shit like that. So. But I love the song King Back with Just Blaze. Oh my god, he went in on that joint and shit. So had songs like Live in the Sky with Jamie Foxx, Why You Wanna, they use that Crystal Water sample. I mean, this whole fucking album is like one of probably his best album in my opinion. This one, T.I. versus T.I.P. and trap music, top 3, bar none. Definitely gotta talk about
there's some underrated too.
Which one?
I like it. I like his Serious album from 01 too. And Urban Legend underrated too.
Yeah.
I don't really hear a lot of people talk about that.
I love Paper Trail too. That one is great.
Oh, Paper Trail was good. I didn't care for I'm Serious like that. I'm gonna be real with y'all.
That was a good one too. But he wasn't like popular back then. Like he,
it's 20-year anniversary too.
Yeah.
All right, we're leaving the South to go to Shaolin. I'm lucky to get this, and it's a very different type of vinyl. I never had one of these in my collection. We're going with the Wu-Tang Clan with cream.
Oh, the picture disc, dope.
Oh wow.
Like a W-shaped 7-inch vinyl.
Dope.
You got the cream track and the mystery of chess boxing.
Nice.
All right, I showed this album earlier, but trying to find this album on vinyl, especially colored vinyl, is like trying to find a girl who don't do thought shit in 2021. It's impossible. Like you got to find a girl that actually want to be with you instead of just trying to fight you in like fucking like elevators and shit over Birkin bags and stuff. So,
Right.
um, going back to Nicki Minaj with her 2011 album Pink Friday. I'm glad
Oh,
I got this because this shit is crazy prices, man. Like you don't even want to know. I was lucky to get this too, man. And I don't care if it's on standard black vinyl. I don't give a fuck. It took me a long time to get this album, and if I could have got the pink version, I would have got it. Don't judge me.
hey man, all good. All right, it's on me. Cool. All right, this is another EP I got. Very glad I got this in my collection because this album or EP goes for a stupid amount of money. There's MC Ren with Kiss My Black Ass.
Dope, dope.
This came out in 1992.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, my first MC Ren album. Yeah. I don't even have Shock of the Hour. That's crazy. Because those go for like stupid amount of money too. But this was like technically his first solo release. Very, very, very dope album. It only came out with one single called Final Frontier, but the song got up my alley. That shit go hard. I love the beat to that because this was originally supposed to be like a precursor to the album Life Sentence. However, I want to say it got unreleased and whatnot, and so certain songs on the Life Sentence album, it ended up being on Shock of the Hour. Because at that time, he had joined the Nation of Islam, and he wanted like get a different outlook on his life, and he didn't want to do like the shit he was doing on this one. So he kept like certain songs and redid certain songs, and that's how he did the Shock of the Hour. Which I feel like that Shock of the Hour is my personal favorite MC Ren album. Which I'm gonna try to get that album one day. Fuck that. But yeah, this album right here, very good
I
album.
got that too. I actually didn't get to a copy yet.
You said what? You said what?
I said I got the Shock of the Hour album on CD. I'll see if I can get to a copy.
Oh wow. Yeah, man. Even the Villain is Black, the one from '96 was dope too. But yeah. Very dope album. I know they re-released this album a couple of years ago. So good luck finding it. Alright, got MF Doom. Food. Yes. So glad I got this in my collection. Kind of crazy because I never saw this album in stores like that. When one nigga died, that's when sealed copy and everything. So who knows when I'll open it, to be real with you, but yeah, man. This is probably one of my top. You said what? Shit. It's like one of my
I was saying his vinyl ain't that much neither. It's going down on price.
Yeah, I'm seeing that shit too. Pretty much he was known for like One Beer and Hoe Cakes. I love that song, Hoe Cakes. This whole album is pretty much a metaphor for food, but the beats, I love the beats because he used a lot of 80s R&B samples on this album. I always love when MF Doom uses a lot of 80s R&B stuff like SOS Band, Tina Marie, and shit like that too. Must have in your collection. Yes, this album is out of print, but yeah, man. I want to say this one also has like a DVD.
Yeah.
And shit like that too. So yeah, so glad I got this album in my collection. This is MF Doom, Food. Got a few more albums.
All right, we're going to an artist who should have been in the. All right, we're going with an artist that should have been nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year, but the politics will be keeping her out for years to come. If She Doesn't Die. You know how they do with their artists and stuff. They going to put them in instead of just giving them their flowers while they're alive.
Right.
Very underrated artist when it comes to her 80s work, but she was an iconic member of the group Shaka Khan and Rufus. And we're going with Shaka Khan with her first 5 albums,
Oh wow.
original album series.
Dope, dope.
You got the album Shaka, Naughty, What You Gonna Do For Me, Shaka Khan, and my favorite Shaka Khan solo album, I Feel For You. I like the CK album too and the Destiny album from '86. I think they're underrated albums in my opinion.
I Naughty I have on vinyl. That was a good album too.
Yeah, Cloud.
Yeah.
All right, I showed this group last time. I got their whole discography. I got most of their '80s work now. I'm just need to get their last album they did. But this is a very underrated group. I feel that they didn't get a lot of credit when it comes to like the '80s sound, and they came up with their own sound, the electro soul. And we're going with the System with their, I think their second album, if I'm not, no, their third album, if I'm not mistaken. Experiment, released in 1984.
Oh wow.
Very futuristic sounding album, man. Like when the year like 2030 and beyond, you would think of this album as like the future. You would think of groups like Daft Punk, like the Weeknd with that futuristic sound or like the production. Mick Murphy with his vocal ability and David Frank on the production with his producing skills of kind of just take your mind on a journey. You got songs like Dangerous, Lollipops and Everything, Escape, Promises Can Break, Experiment, and I Can't Keep Losing You. Very underrated album in my opinion. Get it while you can.
They production even back then reminded me of the Neptunes, like early 2000s Neptunes, with the synthesizers and all that, the keyboards and yeah.
Definitely. All right. Got a few more albums left. Did a recent review on this one about the Rim soundtrack.
Nice.
Very, very dope soundtrack indeed. Classic movie. Love it. Next album is an R&B album from the 2000s. Erica Badu with a New Mirror for America. This came out in 2008. Very, very solid album. This was known for songs like the song Honey. Love the video for that track and shit with the whole album and the vinyls and stuff like that. Yeah, man. This album, very, very, very experimental and shit like that too. Very socially conscious. One of her, it's Erica Badu, so everything she drops is very good, like perfect and close to perfect. Very dope album. Must have your collection.
All right. We're going back to Paisley Park with an album that both of y'all will like, especially you, Ty. I got this in February when it was Black History Month. And we're going with her second album, Sheila E., The Glamorous Life, released in 1984 on Teal Green Vinyl. Oh yeah, and for, I never noticed that some dude was drunk on the floor. I've been getting this album like numerous times. I never noticed that like when I looked at the album cover.
Oh wow.
All right, we're gonna leave Paisley Park to go to Harlem. We're going with a group of rappers that I think they should come out with another album, especially certain artists in the group. It's not A$AP Rocky, it's one of his counterparts. I think this is his best album in my opinion. We're going with A$AP Ferg with his Trap Lord album.
R.I.P. Oh wait, it's Yams that died, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me.
Ferg's alive.
Yeah, you got songs like Shabba featuring A$AP Rocky, Lord featuring Bone Thugs and Harmony, Hood Pope, classic music video in my opinion. Let me see, Dump Dump, the Work remix featuring A$AP Rocky, French Montana, Garbage Ass, Trinidad James, and Schoolboy Q. I could have done without French Montana and Trinidad James. You could have had like two more better MCs on there. I only like A$AP Ferg, A$AP Rocky, and Schoolboy Q on it. And I think they got a song with I think they got a song with Onyx on it called Fuck Out of My Face with Be Real and Onyx on it. And Cocaine Castle, that's like a perfect way to end off the album. A sad way to end off the album though, but it's really dark and it's just like eerie. Like when you listen to that song, you'll probably think of like the Carter.
Interesting.
Off New Jack City.
All right, that's a dope comparison. Okay. Got another album from my dad's collection. Very dope live album. It's the Commodores Live. This came out in 1977. This was during like their 1976 U.S. tour and shit like that. Very, very cool live album. I love the live version of Zoom and Easy on this one. Very good. Must have in your collection. All right, and then got the Beat Nuts with Street Level.
Classic.
Yes, this is the album right here, man. This was my shit. Lick the pussy. That's all I gotta say. Love the way they fit that Tyrone Davis sample, Straight Jacket. This was back when Juju's beats was like more darker, more grimier and whatnot. Like this one, Stone Crazy and Intoxicated Demons are my favorites from them and shit. So, oh well, this is actually like their self-titled album, but a lot of people just call it Street Level because of course they have the Street Level here. But I just now knew about that shit too. So, this album, we need to talk about this album one day. Definitely.
All of their stuff are like hard to get now.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's see what else.
All right. I don't know if I showed this album last time we was on, but it's way better than their second volume of the album. And we're going with Marty Marl's In Control Volume 1, released in 1988.
That was good.
Classic.
I think I showed like the CD last time when I was on. I ain't showed like the vinyl and stuff. Songs I could have done without is the Wacky track featuring Roxanne Shante, the Dunk Alert featuring Craig G. I don't know why that was on the album. Simon Says It Was Alright, Freedom featuring MC Shan, very underrated. I need his Born to Be Wild album for '88. I really need that in my collection. I got like his first two albums on vinyl, but I just need the CDs. You got the classic song, The Symphony, Keep Your Eye on the Prize featuring Master Ace and Action. Kind of a generic ass name, but it was the '80s. The Rebel featuring, I think there's Tragedy Gaddafi, if I'm not mistaken. Dropping Science featuring Craig G. That was a perfect way to start off the album. First time I heard that track was on the Grand Theft Auto 4 video game. Very classic. And the album cover was like really good too. You don't really get a lot of album covers with like real brothers like not doing some gay shit on the album covers. It's just like real dudes posing, you know, doing like the prison poses like they still do today in jail to show off for their homies. To show off for their homies and shit. So they know they holding it down on the fort. But yeah, this is Craig G. In Control Volume 1. Please do not get Volume 2. I repeat, please do not get In Control Volume 2 because it's a nightmare. Do not get it.
Volume 2 sucks.
All right, we're gonna leave New York, go down south, more to Louisiana. This dude is not the greatest rapper, but he had a movement back in the mid to late '90s that will conquer most of these dudes' movement now. He's a great businessman. You know, he went from rapping to being an entrepreneur. You know, putting out different things. And we're going with Master P, the Ice Cream Man, the OG version, released in 1996.
My favorite album.
I mean, you got songs like the Ice Cream Man, which you got the sample from the World Class Wrecking Crew. You know, you got songs like Break 'em Out something featuring UGK, No More Tears, Selling Ice Cream, Trying to Check My Crack House using some of the New Jack City samples in the song, and Body Part 2. You know, classic album in my opinion. Definitely need to have in your No Limit collection.
Definitely.
Yeah.
What up, Hector?
All right. I got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got about 7 albums left. How many you got, bro?
Here's what I found.
I think I got about 10.
You got about 10. Okay, we can knock it out. We can knock it out. Okay. All right. This album right here is the last album from my dad's collection. It's Natalie Cole with Unforgettable.
Nice.
This was released in 1991. This is pretty much the collaboration that she did with her dad and stuff like that. Nat King Cole. Rest in peace to both of them, by the way. And everyone knows that song Unforgettable, which that was like a big song for 91. Swept the whole Grammy Awards and stuff like that. I mean, one of Natalie Cole's best albums. I know a lot of people criticize this period in her career because of the fact that they thought she was just going to milk in her dad's death for success, which I found to be stupid because she loves her father or whatever, but you know, motherfuckers always gonna say that shit. Yeah, man, this one came at a time when she was coming off of drug addiction, everything like that. You know, I think she recently got married around this time too. So yeah, man, definitely a very, very, very dope album. I have a few more Natalie Cole albums in my collection, so yeah. Then I have Mariah Carey with Daydream. This was a very, very, very dope album. I think this is probably my second favorite Mariah album. Deadass. Like this was known for songs like Fantasy, which was known for the fucking ODB remix. And we got One Sweet Day, Always Be My Baby. I love the track Underneath the Stars. That's my shit, man. Yeah, man. Very, very, very dope album, in my opinion. Oh, hell no.
All right, we're going to the Bronx DX. This group is very underrated in my opinion. Their 1997 album is classic. I wish they could have had more albums like after that, but they took a hiatus. They probably were doing a little bit of this and that then, but we was waiting for an album from them. And I'm going with the underrated legendary group Camp Blow with their 2002 album. Let's Do It Again.
I never heard that one.
Very nice, man. Like you got songs like Got You, who's using I think they're using the Gill Shoot 'Em Up movie sample, if I'm not mistaken. Let's Do It Again, Glow, which was on the Saints Row soundtrack. You know, classic video game in my opinion. 6 Moons Ago, Black Connection Part 2, Soul Train, Gorilla Pimp, like straight up like black exploitation at its finest. China Soul, I could have seen that as a music video. Turbo Zone and Macadamia, one of my favorite songs off the album. Very underrated album in my opinion. I don't really hear a lot of people talk about the albums after Uptown Saturday Night. You still got albums like this one, Let's Do It Again, and Black Connection that I really don't hear a lot of people talk about, which is very underrated in my opinion. All right, we're leaving the Bronx. We're going to Queens. You know, this dude came out in '95 with a classic album in my opinion. You know, I don't really hear a lot of people talk about this album. You know, when it comes to like certain mafioso albums and stuff, but he came out the gate guns blazing. You know, and we're going with Cool G Rap with his 456 album,
Classic.
released in 1995. Yo, man, like, I love this album. The only thing I hate about this album is the Ghetto Nose track. I wish that would have had a music video because it's so dark and eerie. And his storytelling is just on point. I mean, you got songs like Fast Life featuring Nas, you know, It's a Shame, Taking the War, Execution Style, For the Brothers, Blowing Up in the World. Like, this is the perfect album, man. I wish more people would put respect on Cool G Rap's name. And I really don't hear a lot of people talk about the Roots of Evil album from '98 too. So
Thank
check this album out, get it while you can in y'all collection.
Yes. All right. This next album has an interesting history to it. Boys to Men, Coolie High Harmony. This is their debut album. However, this is their 1993 reissue of it. Let me explain.
The alternate cover.
You said what?
The alternate cover.
Yeah. So the first version of this album came out with 10 tracks. However, with success of the songs like It's So Hard to Say Goodbye, End of the Road, and then they kind of redid certain tracks. They kind of like reached like a lot more popularity between 92 and 93. So of course, like Motown wanted to like reissue the album and kind of like definitely redid the album cover, which I'm not gonna lie, I kind of prefer the original album cover more
Same.
with them in the fucking robes. I don't know.
No quotes.
This was kind of a little bit too clean cut for me, but it is what it is because I do love this album. Like I said, the first Three Boys Men album plus the Christmas album, classics, everything after. So yeah, and this shit is still sealed too. So
Did they put the remix for Simpin on it?
yes they did.
Yeah, I like that one, that version.
Yeah, that shit was hot.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. This version is still in print, but I think the OG version is out of print. So yeah. So glad I found this one too.
I want the other version with them and the coats and the canes and all that.
Yeah. I don't mind getting that just for the album cover, low key.
Right.
Yeah, it's probably gonna cost more.
Yeah.
I know. This next album, so glad I got this album and shit. It's one of my favorite live albums. It's the Rolling Stones with Get Your Yayas Out. This came out in 1970. Very, very, very dope live album from them. I don't understand why he's so happy walking with a donkey. I really don't understand. But yeah, this live album took place like just before they dropped Let It Bleed. They did a lot of performances there. That was around the time they were touring with B.B. King, Ike and Tina. That was the time when Mick Taylor joined the group. Because you know Brian Jones, he got kicked out the group, and then of course he died. I think he passed away. I think like before the Let It Bleed album, around that time. So very, very good live album in my opinion, and shit. So yeah, man, this is definitely part of like that classic period, like 68 to 72.
All right, since we're doing live albums now, you showed an album from this group a while ago in the video, and we're going with the Jacksons with their live album released in 1981, if I'm not mistaken.
Classic.
Nice. I love that photo with Michael's socks.
Yes.
That's dope.
All right, we're gonna stay in the '80s. I showed the album of this group earlier. I think they should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but you already know how the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame get down. As long as Gene Simmons is in there hating on people, but this group is not hip hop, but I really don't see them getting a lot of credit for like revolutionizing the '80s sound. And we're going with their third album, The System, The Pleasure Seekers,
Nice.
released in 1985.
Dope.
Finally completed my collection on every System album. I was proud of myself because when it comes to like certain groups and stuff from like the '80s, their albums are really hard to find in the census. But sometimes you'll find like something on a website for like a good price. My favorite songs off here is The Pleasure Seekers, Big City Beat. Sound like a song you used to listen to at night, like while you're driving. Sort of like a song that you'll hear on Miami Vice or something. This is for you, another great song. A music video of that is on YouTube, very classic song in my opinion. An underrated track off the album is My Radio Rock. That's really nice too. I could have seen a music video for that too. And one of my favorite songs off here is I Don't Run From Danger. Classic album in my opinion. And it's got like the remixes on it too.
Very dope. All right. So now, this was like another blind buy. That was like another free pick. This comes from some alternative country group called The Handsome Family, called Unseen. From what I got up about these guys, this album came out in 2016. They're a group from Europe and shit like that. Yeah, I'm not really a big country fan, but like I said, I'll try to listen to it. And shout out to Eric for this one. I had this album, but I think I actually sold it. It's Keith Murray with Enigma.
Underrated.
Very underrated album. His best album, in my opinion. Yeah, very dope. The songs like Call My Name, The Rhyme. I love the intro of this album, though. It's so fucking sick. You can tell he was calling out Prodigy on that intro. I don't care what nobody says. Shit. Very dope album.
All right, we're going to St. Louis now. In my opinion, I like this artist's first two albums. I think he had a solid career. Just a lot of things were going on in his life. But those first two albums are classic in my opinion. They both went diamond. I don't really see a lot of artists these days going diamond, especially in this era when people ain't really buying like physical CDs. They really on this like digital download and shit. That's why all these crowds be winning Grammys and shit for like work they ain't really been doing. And we're going with Nelly with his debut album, Country Grammar, which is celebrating its 20-year anniversary this year. 20-year anniversary of this album. I grew up on this album, man. Like, it brings back real good memories. Like certain albums from like the 2000s that'll just live with me for the rest of my life, man. Unlike today, like a lot of artists don't really put like their thought in like their albums and stuff. Basically, like compilations, like fucking DJ Khaled album talking about we the best, but certain artists on that album is actually doing something. But most of the time, those albums be trash. But let's get back to a good album. You got songs like St. Louis, Country Grammar. One of my favorite music videos from that time. You actually had women in there who was naturally built, thick. You had like black people out there just having fun, cooking out and stuff. Just representing his city, like to the fullest, Ride With Me, which is a classic song in my opinion, very good. This is how you do a song, LL Cool J, like a country type song. Then you put rapping together. That's how you do a song. Like Nelly was the type of artist who could have did songs like that and just make it work. We like his rapper style and flow pattern. He was the type of dude that can make songs like that work and not be cheesy, EI, really good song right there in my opinion. Sticky Stick Girl, Other Side. The song Loving Me, that's a very good song talking about his mom, just going through the trials of like being like a black man growing up in like the South, with the racism and shit. But besides that, this is a good album in my opinion. I know he was surprised that this album went diamond, because
Mm-hmm.
you can name a certain few like hip hop artists who have ever did that. Like even the greatest artists who have not done that, like Jay Z,
Right.
like Nas, like certain artists you would expect to like reach that status, but they never have in their career.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
All right, we're gonna leave St. Louis. We're going to Brooklyn. I wish this dude was still alive though. He left us in '97 with Memories. His debut album is a classic in my opinion. Going with the Notorious B.I.G. with his Ready to Die album,
Oh
released in
shit.
1994. Not the remix. I mean, not the reissue with all those fucked up tracks on it and stuff. This is the original
You.
'94 version. We don't want all
Oh
that extra shit
man.
taken off. I
That's
mean,
out
you
of
got
print.
songs like you got songs like it took me it took me a while to get this, man.
Oh wow.
It took me a while to get this
I
because
thought that was available.
I don't know what the hell Diddy was doing. I don't know why he didn't want to like reissue the album.
Right.
It just depends on where you get it from.
True.
You got songs like Things Don't Change, You Give Me the Loot, Machine Gun Funk, Warning, classic music video of just Biggie Smalls taking niggas out with Tech Nines, just on some Scarface type shit. Machine Gun Funk. Oh, I already said that. My bad. Ready to Die. One More Chance. I don't know if this is the original version, but I don't think this is the remix version on the album, if I'm not mistaken. The Fuck Me skit with him and Little Kim, like classic. This skit remind me of the skit off Capital Punishment with Big Pun was in the bed with the two chicks and stuff, and they was
Right.
fighting over him and shit.
Yeah.
Like it just reminds me of that for some reason. Like crazy as fuck, man. Everyday Struggle, Me and My Bitch. I mean, this whole album is classic, man. I don't need to go through the whole like track listing. The only song that took me a while to get like cool with was the Respect track. I wasn't really feeling that, but every song after that was like really good. And Suicidal Thoughts, that's a perfect way to end the album.
Definitely.
I agree. All right. So my last two albums. First album is I mentioned this album earlier. Is Cypress Hill with the self-titled album released in 1991. Very, very, very dope album. Known for songs like How I Can Just Kill a Man. I love that song. Pig, Funky Feel One. I mean, this just has some of DJ Muggs' most dirtiest production,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion. Must have them in your collection. Now, the last album. It took me a while to find this one. Had to be at a lot of people on an eBay auction, and guys know how I feel about eBay auctions and shit. This is a disco album, believe it or not.
Yeah, they be on some funny shit.
Drum roll. Aretha Franklin, La Diva album.
Nice. She was
This
looking
was
good on that cover too.
You said what?
She was looking good on that
Oh
cover.
my god.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
yeah, she was.
At one point.
This album right here has an interesting backstory to it. So during the late 70s, Aretha, she wasn't really popping like that. I'm gonna be real with you guys. Like Natalie Cole was coming out, a lot of like Donna Summer, Diana Ross was, having a comeback and shit. And the Almighty Fire album was produced by Curtis Mayfield, but that was a commercial flop. So Atlantic Records wanted her to like do a disco album because disco was still popping at that time, barely. That was around the time Disco Demolition was happening, and around that time too, a lot of black artists were doing disco, Off the Wall, Destiny. What else? What else? What else? Of course, I would even mention Marvin Gaye's "I Want You" as like a quiet disco, or whatever. And Aretha did not want to do a disco album. She was against it from the get-go because she said that she was soul music to the core, but they felt like it would like get her commercial success, and so they got her Ben McCoy, the dude who did the Hustle track and shit like that. And this is actually his last thing he did before he died too. So, and of course, the album was actually her lowest selling album in Atlantic Records. And around this time, she left Atlantic around this time to go to Arista Records to supply Davis. But what do I think of this album? This album is actually not that bad. It has a few, there's only like 2 songs I really did not care for. But, you know, vocally, Aretha was still prominent before the cigarettes took a toll. I love the track she did. I Was Made for You, but I think she wrote that with her son. Very, very dope track indeed. And if you guys, it's kind of crazy because her Atlantic Records input from 75 to 79 are not released on streaming records, but she fought long and hard for this album not to be released on CD because this album was never released on CD. But I was like, you know what? Let me try to get this album though. And I had to beat out people just for this fucking album. So, yeah, very dope album. Expect to review on this album very soon. And that's my last.
What year was that?
79.
So I know it's a dope album because that's disco right there.
Yeah, it had like a lot.
They were doing a disco demolition shit in '79.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm done, yo. Oof, 2 hours.
I got like 4 more, then I'll be there.
You said 4? Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
All
right, we're going back to Japan, the land of the rising sun. This album got the OBI strip on it. You know, I've been trying to get more Japanese on it because, in my opinion, you selling the Japanese person and you don't got the OBI strip on it. What's the use of buying it and you selling it for expensive prices and shit? But I sold this album before, if I'm not mistaken. It might have been her first album, but this is her second album. We're going with Shannon with Do You Want to Get Away, her 1985 album.
Oh, wow.
With the OBI strip on it.
Nice.
Very underrated album, in my opinion. Everybody else want to talk about her first album and Let the Music Play, which came out in '84. And nobody ever talk about her first 2 albums, which I think are really solid, in my opinion. Alright. I've been meaning to get this artist for a while. Ever since I heard her music on the Straight Outta Compton movie. And we're going with her debut album, Sherelle Fragile, released in 1984. Very good album, man. I think Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis did the production on this album, if I'm not mistaken. What you saying?
I thought Reg said he bought a Sherelle album.
Yeah, I got him with it. I got him for Eric, but it's on the way.
Okay.
Yeah, the High Priority album, and I had the cassette on it because I've been like uploading like music from Facebook and shit. But like the thing about cassettes is, like if you don't get like a good like cassette in like pristine condition or like very good condition, like the music will go in and out. It just irritated me. So the album didn't cost that much. I just need to get another copy of it. And you'll be surprised of how much cassette tape albums cost. Cause like certain albums like Janet Jackson's Riddle Nation, it came in like a cassette tape box set. I've been trying to get that to add to my cassette tape collection. There's like $100 and some online. It's really crazy.
It's crazy.
All right, my last 2 is from this artist. He's been putting it down for Canada. Besides Drake Campbell last for numerous amounts of years. You know, he had the best year in 2020. He had the best mainstream album in 2020, and we're going with
Yes.
Abel, aka The Weeknd, with his After
That's
Hours
album.
album
Yes.
released in
Definitely.
1985. I mean 2020. What I'm saying, damn,
Love it.
brain fart. Only thing I don't like about this, and it don't have no
There's no
fucking
track
track
listing.
listing on the back.
Yes.
What is this?
That I have that issue
No
about that
track
too.
listing,
And
no
there's
songs.
no photographs or there's
How
no
you supposed
track
to know
list
what
on
songs are on the album?
anything. Yeah. I don't know why you did that.
But look at this. This I've been saving this for last.
Mhm.
It's the same album, but I got it on vinyl.
Okay.
After
Is it
Hours,
is there a track listing on the vinyl?
colored vinyl.
Oh wow.
Look,
That's the red
look.
joint? Oh wow.
Yes, on the back, sir.
That's
On the
crazy.
back.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
What up, Clutch? What's
the
good?
red splatter and gold vinyl.
Wow.
So Clutch.
I love that album though.
How you gonna have the CD version with no track listing? Look at
Yeah.
this, y'all. No track listing. And on the vinyl version, you got the
Crazy.
track listing. You
That's
got all
crazy.
the songs on the back. And I bet it ain't like that on the cassette tape version, which I need to get to the collection. I bet it got all the songs on the back of the cassette, the track listing.
Exactly. But yeah, that concludes the collection video. I feel like that's like the longest one we've done to this date. And I have a few more coming in the mail, which whenever I get them, I'll just show and stuff like that.
Right.
But got a few announcements. Got a few announcements. I have a Jet magazine collection lock coming up this week. I might drop that either Thursday or Friday, whenever it comes or whatever. This week, we're going to talk about Lloyd Banks coming for more and Young Bucks straight out of Cashville. That's going to be a double review right there. And then the Van Halen breakdown is going to be on Wednesday. And the Lloyd Banks new album is going to be Friday at midnight. And also check out me and Friday, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame video. Very dope. We had a lot of fun doing that one. Thank y'all so much, Ashley.
Right now it's on the channel too, so go check it out.
It's on what?
It's already uploaded, so go check it out.
Bet.
Yeah, I've seen it on your channel, like the preview.
Yeah.
This was a lot of fun. Shout out to Ashley. Shout out to DJ. Thank y'all so much.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much, Eric. Try. Thank y'all so much for holding it down for like 3 hours and shit like that.
Oh yeah, don't forget to send me the video.
Right, yeah, I got you. All right, and I will see y'all later. Hope you guys have a good night. Peace.
All right.